Hello and welcome into Oceanside Ice Arena here on the Carlton Cronkite Sports Network. I'm Jason Jessler, joined by Matt Harden. You know him, you love him as a beat writer, as an intermission reporter. Matt getting the nod here at color commentary tonight on senior night. Tell us about some of these Sun Devil seniors.
Well, you got Justin Haverliak, the captain. Everybody loves him. Everybody knows him. He's got about 17 nicknames, so you can just pick and choose which one you want. You also got Kyle Dietrich in goal, looking to avenge last night's loss, his first loss of the season. So we'll see how he does against a very aggressive Utah State team. And here we go.
Definitely an exciting matchup underway. We apologize, we missed bringing you the senior night ceremonies. We saw all of the Sun Devil seniors brought up with their parents, loved ones, or even on their own to be honored as seniors. And speaking of which, Haverliak, the senior, fires off the first shot of the game. It is saved, smothered into the chest protector by Bryce Scherzel. We are underway after what some might call a disappointing 1-0 loss against the Aggies last night for the Sun Devils.
Very nice to see Haverliak get that shot off early last night. The Sun Devils struggled early in the first period getting shots on goal, so it's a good sign to see them being aggressive early.
Swampy looks to send it over and get it out for the Aggies. They will. Sent right back in by James Owascu. Coda Ingbar looking forward to provide some pressure for the D2 Elite as they do change lines. Justin Butler comes in, keeps it in, fires, deflection, save, blocker save, saved again, and smothered. That might have come off as well. We saw plenty of that last night. But early on, right off the whistle, it seems like the Sun Devil D2 Elite, well, they're the team dictating this one.
Being very, very fast to the puck last night in the first period. They were beaten to almost every loose puck by Utah State. So it's very nice to see them get a couple of early shots. Even if they're not going in, just put some pressure on the goalie and see what you can get. You might get a rebound. You might lose track of the puck. You never know what could happen.
And right now we see Allington breaking away with this puck. He's at the near wing. Saved off the blockers of Dietrich. This puck will drift away and not be kept in by Utah State. Utah State will send it back in and chase this one. But looks like Dan Kenzie will be the first man there. Sent over off the boards. Kuda able to just get his stick on that one to send it to Morgan. And Morgan will dump it in and change after giving a long look to his line mate Justin Butler. However, changing lines is changing lines. And we see the fourth line check in for the Sun Devils. Again, a team with plenty of depth, even after the removal of one of their players. Scotty Farr scoops it up for the Sun Devils in their defensive zone. Tries to work it forward to Tim Gonzer. Gonzer with Leclerc by his side. He loses his handle on the puck, and we have a little puck battle in the corner. Tries to clear it, but Gibbons gets in the way. Shot blocked by Tim Gonzer using the body. And now Leclerc trying to get his hands on a breakaway. Nothing doing, though, as the Aggies, Ian Beckstrom, in fact, was able to clear that puck away. It will, however, stay in ASU's attacking zone. Big hit laid down by Johnny Randall. You know, he tweeted earlier this week, Matt, he does not like this Utah State team, showing it with some physicality at the get-go of this one. ASU will now change lines, with Johnny Randall still trying to lay down a hit or two. The Aggies look to move forward with this one, but Ryan Moore pokes it away and keeps it in for the Sun Devils. Battling now. The puck does get clear. Another big collision near center ice as Jacob Wiseman dumps it in. Shot blocked by a stick of an Aggie defender. And this puck is once again cleared as Rob Wood unable to get to it before Devin Holmes. Holmes on a little breakaway, but no, it'll be poked away harmlessly by Wiseman. Puck battle, far boards.
Early on, you see ASU trying to keep the puck in the Utah State zone. Hockey doesn't really keep track of time of possession, but if they did last night, Utah State would have easily won that stat. So ASU needs to get the puck in the zone and keep it there, try to put some pressure on Utah State's defense. As
we will see the Sun Devils called for an icing, and you're very right, Matt. That time of attack, the statistic that we certainly don't have here with the scoring that the ACHA is able to provide, which they provide pretty detailed scoring, but certainly no specialty stats that we're looking for. ASU is a team that normally attacks pretty much all game long. Last night, that wasn't the case.
Absolutely. Utah State's a very fast team. They kind of neutralized what ASU likes to do, so we'll have to see what kind of adjustments ASU made here. And right now, it just looks like they're just being more aggressive at getting to the puck early.
And puck in front of the net, and shot goes wide as the Aggies did control that one off an offensive zone faceoff. With a hit laid down on Rob Wood, but Wood's able to push the puck forward into the neutral zone. The Aggies will send this one right back in, where it goes off the stick of Kyle Dietrich.
The other thing you see ASU doing real really early is not letting the shots get directly to Kyle Dietrich. Last night, Utah State got a lot of shots, even some from the blue line area that got straight to Dietrich, but ASU's doing a good job of trying to get people in front of that.
Breakaway by Chase, shot saved, puck loose in front, Dietrich lays out, he can't get his glove on this one. An official falls over, and the puck squirts away, controlled once again by the Aggies. Out to Cooper Lim. Lim's pass can't be handled by Lindquist. As Lindquist will slow things down now for the Aggies. Chase looks to wrap it around and finds his man. Once again, it's Sam Lindquist. Lindquist out to Irwin. Irwin wraps it back around. Let's see if Sam Goings gets there. No, instead, it's Justin Avriliak with it for the Sun Devils. Iwaski looks to clear. Irwin can't quite keep it in. And now Jamie Cotnoir's got himself in a foot race. The first stick there belongs to Joseph Chase. Shot blocked by Sam Goings. And Goings looks to get this puck clear. He finds his man in the neutral zone. Let's see if the Aggies can keep this one as they take it back in their defensive zone. Pressure applied by Havriliak, and the puck will be sent back in on the stick of Coda Ingbar. Ingbar to Butler in front. Butler fires! And save, I believe. We heard a heavy reaction from a bench. As I hesitated there, my apologies. I need to be decisive with my eyes. But I thought my eyes had fooled me as the Utah State bench reacted. Pretty much as the ASU bench would have if that shot went in. It was, however, saved by Bryce Scherzel.
But still early on, you see, that's one of the first shots that an ASU player has had directly in front of the Utah State goalie. Last night they couldn't even get anybody in front of the goalie and get a shot off like that. So very good action here from ASU early.
Offensive zone faceoff eventually finds its way to Butler as he sends it over to Iwaski. Wraps it around behind the net for Kuda, but he meets a couple of Aggies defenders. Puck gets loose. Over to the far boards, we see Brady Morgan in a puck battle right now with Sean Gibbons. Puck does get away. Kuda looks for Butler in front, can't find him, skating with it well. Kuda fires it across the net looking for Brady Morgan. Can't quite find Morgan. Puck loose behind the net as Kuda is there once again. Shot saved. Puck goes behind the net, controlled by Butler. He sends out to his blue line. Konzer over to Iwaski. Iwaski can't quite handle it. He'll wrap it back around. See if Kuda can get there. Puck drifts in front, but is cleared away by the Aggies. Still, ASU in possession. Slap shot goes wide by James Iwaski. Konzer able to keep it in off the ricochet. Puck battle. The Aggies seem to have a stick on this one, and they will finally clear the puck, but they'll clear it into the benches, so we'll have a stoppage of play.
One of the things ASU is doing, and I'm interested to see if they change it, is they're kind of keeping the puck on one side of the ice instead of making Utah State move back and forth. It's kind of hard because Utah State is doing a good job of taking the boards away. We talked about that last night. ASU likes to use the boards for their passing, so it'll be interesting to see if ASU maybe tries to pass the puck up top and try to get somebody in the slot, which they haven't been able to do because there's always a Utah State defender or two right there in front of the goalie.
Face-off controlled by the Sun Devils. They sent it in, but the Aggies able to clear it back out as Tim Hefter's shot, Hefter's dump in, and that's, of course, Andrew Hefter, not Tim Hefter, sends it back in. But now it's the Aggies who are going to be sending this one into their attacking zone. Ian Beckstrom in pursuit. Big hit laid down. The Sun Devil bench love that as this puck looks to get back out to Shoop, but sets the Sun Devils with a breakaway chance. Leclerc with the puck. Leclerc has it poked away. Puck is loose. Aggie player goes down. No call. Shot goes wide. That looked like it could have been dangerous. Leclerc, the first man to it. Leclerc goes down as Johnny Randall picks up the puck battling duties here at the near boards in the near corner. And we'll have a stoppage. We don't really see that near corner, Matt. I have no idea what exactly the call is. Oh, Dietrich was out. It was a delayed penalty going up against Utah State. And we will see Ian Beckstrom head to the penalty box.
Good opportunity here for ASU on the penalty. They struggled last night mightily, but they've come out with a lot of aggression. This hit over here on the other side that we saw, we were expecting to see that last night's game, but we really didn't see a whole lot of that. But it's nice to see them come out very, very aggressive here. Let's see if they can do something with this power play.
Offensive zone faceoff is controlled by the ASU captain, but a pass back to Jacob Wiseman gets by his stick. Wiseman chasing this one down now with heavy pressure coming in from Stuart Hepburn. Hepburn lays down the hip, but the Sun Devils are able to get the puck back as Dan Kenzie will bring it up for this ASU 5-on-4 attack. Kenzie just dumps it in. Scherzel comes out to handle that one. 2 minutes for interference is the call now for that penalty. As we're at about a minute 30 left on this power play. Ian Beckstrom again, 2 minutes for interference. We'll have another stoppage.
Nice save there by the Utah State goalie. He's under a lot more pressure already here in the first just 7 minutes of the game than he was pretty much all of last night. So we'll see if that gets him off the spot a little bit, maybe rattles him a little bit, and see if ASU can score some goals here.
Yeah, we did see a great individual effort by Bryce Scherzel recording a shutout last night, but it was also a solid team performance by the Aggies defensively, really preventing this ASU offense from getting going in a way we haven't seen this season. Ingbar can't handle the pocket. It's taken away by Cooper Lim. Lim is dangerous. He breaks left, fires, scores! Utah State, the first team on the boards once again. 1-0 the lead after a short-handed goal by Cooper Lim.
You know, we're used to seeing ASU make that kind of play. They have specialized in scoring short-handed goals on breakaways, but just, you know, tough break. Good race to the puck by the Utah State Aggies. They have been very fast to the puck here, and just, you know, when you get a direct line at the goalie, there's not much you can do about it. And unfortunately, there were 2 ASU players right there. He just made a great play.
Yeah, Cooper Lim, so quick and such a dangerous skater, the leading goal scorer for the Aggies. Goal number 24 is the shorty, his 4th shorthanded goal of the season. So Lim just poked that puck away and was able to make a big-time play. Dan Kenzie now looking to answer. He's skating individually, fires, saved, and the net is knocked off. Dan Kenzie goes down pretty hard behind the net. Sun Devil defenseman getting things going in his own right.
It's a great play by Kenzie, getting into the zone, just getting in front of the goalie. And even Utah State had 2 players there too, and he was still able to get a shot. But the Utah State goalie has played great so far in these 2 games, shutting down this ASU offense.
And Sean Gibbons, it looks like, will be heading to the penalty box. We'll see another 5-on-3 chance for the Sun Devils. 2 minutes in the sin bin for Gibbons. And, you know, talking to the ASU coaching staff before this series, Sean Gibbons, the Utah State defenseman, was a guy they certainly wanted the officials to have their eyes on.
Exactly. This is a huge opportunity for ASU. They had a 6-on-3 last night after pulling the goalie late in the game.
Randall fires, glove save by Scherzel. Please continue, Matt.
And they were barely able to get a shot off. So having a 5-on-3 here early in the game, something you have to take advantage of, especially being down 1-0 right here, especially with the way this Utah State team can play defense.
And we apologize. We may be having some streaming difficulties. We have our very talented technical director, Joey Hardy, looking into that one.
Joey's the best. He can figure it out.
As we will return to the action right now for those of you able to watch us. As I apologize, I'm checking on the technical issues of this stream. I should be calling this incredible hockey game. 20 more seconds of 5-on-3 left for the Sun Devils. Pass goes errant. And, you know, we saw the Sun Devils fail to capitalize on a couple of these opportunities last night. Team has to be open. It doesn't happen again. Johnny Randall can't handle the pass. 5 seconds left, 5-on-3.
The biggest thing they're doing for Utah State is they're collapsing the zone, making Arizona State shoot from the outside, something that you don't usually see. Usually they try to man up and try to get somebody in the slot, but Utah State's just collapsing that zone.
Shot on, saved, and scooped up by Scherzel. We are back to 5-on-4. A minute more of power play.
Scherzel has made some great saves here tonight. He's had guys right in front of his face, shooting the puck right at him. It's pretty interesting to see what happens here, but he's made some great individual plays, even though ASU has had some opportunities. And now we'll see 5-on-4. They still got 50 seconds left, but they got to get some shots on the goal.
ASU dumps this one back in. They will continue to control the puck. They're still on this 5-on-4 power play. Looks to find Cotnoir in front, but unable to connect. Puck gets sent back out looking for Tim Conzer. Puck battle at the near boards. And the puck is ricocheted out and cleared. Utah State taking the page off of ASU's books, using the boards to clear. 30 seconds left on this power play. Stan Kenzie brings it up, looks to get it going for ASU. They're down 1. Kenzie skating at the far side. He dumps it in. Cotnoir and Avriliak in pursuit. This one will wrap around and be scooped up by Engbar. Gets it over to Cotnoir. Ingbar looked like he might have been trying to go in front of the net, went behind instead. Puck out to Kenzie. Kenzie fires! Saved off the leg blocker of Scherzel. Power play about to expire, and a penalty kill, including a 5-on-3 kill for Utah State. Utah State special teams units looking fearsome all weekend long.
Very, very disciplined and aggressive defense here by Utah State. It'll be tough for Arizona State to score against this defense if they keep playing like this.
Avriliak picks someone's pocket in the neutral zone. Puck gets loose in front, but it is smothered by Scherzel. as that would have been dangerous if Jamie Cotnoir got his stick on it. Instead, it'll be a whistle and an offensive zone face-off once again.
Another opportunity for ASU right in front of the net, but unfortunately just not able to get a quality shot on it. We've already seen Scherzel make some great plays here in this game. So ASU just needs to keep attacking, though. You never know what could happen. You could get a rebound. He could get blocked by somebody. We'll just have to see what happens. And already a quick shot by ASU on the goal right there. So we're starting to see more shots than we saw last night from ASU. They struggled to even just get some shots off. So
you might have to go to view.
Seems like we're still having some technical issues. So while Jason and Joey get that figured out. Another shot there. Good save by Dietrich.
Thanks for filling in on play-by-play, Matt. I was trying to assist with some technical difficulties we're having, but we will get back to the action. Matt, I'm sure you kept everyone filled in as Ryan Moore brings it across the blue line into the attacking zone. Fires. Save then smothered by Bryce Scherzel.
I'm interested to see the shots on goal stats for this first period because I'm pretty sure ASU is probably already reaching close to their total as they got all game last night. They just struggled to put shots on goal, but here they're very aggressive in taking a lot of shots and getting them right to the goalie.
Offensive zone faceoff now for the Sun Devils. We see Johnny Randall matched up against Devin Holmes. Holmes controls the puck. And Utah State will be able to clear this one. We apologize. Our cameraman, Anthony Persino, is right now also assisting with some streaming difficulties. ASU sends this one back in. They keep it in as Utah State finally able to clear it. Herrera skating with it. Saved off the leg blocker of Kyle Dietrich. And we appear to have fixed some of our problems, gotten the stream back up on our homepage, CronGuideSports.com. So if you're just now joining us, you're going to be joining us in a minute or so. Thank you for joining us as Johnny Randall looks to control this puck in the attacking zone. Utah State able to clear it, but now Scotty Farr will try to get there in time to send it back in. He will not, as it'll be Sean Gibbons sending it forward. It's on, stick saved by Dietrich.
Not used to seeing ASU let up shots from mid-ice, getting all the way to Dietrich.
Utah State working around possession right now. They were able to clear the puck. As Owoski will track this puck down behind the net. He gets over to Tim Conzer. Conzer has it taken away. Lim skating in front. He's drawn the penalty. Shot on wide by Orr. ASU will touch that one up for a penalty. And for the second time tonight, we have just seen havoc wreaked by Cooper Lim. Once again, picking an ASU skater's pocket. Didn't get the goal that time, but drew a hooking penalty against Justin Butler.
The way he was able to knife through the defense, he knifed through about 3 or 4 guys and was able to get a shot. We're not used to seeing this from the ASU defense. Normally, if some guy tries to go through the middle into the slot, they usually take him out or get the puck away from him. And ASU's going to need to tighten that up going forward.
Offensive zone faceoff for the now 5-on-4 Aggies. Faceoff is over, controlled by Havriliak for the Sun Devils. Lim, though, making big plays once again, able to keep this one in. Puck wrapped around. They're looking for Shoop. Shoop gets it out to his man, Mike Triboli. Now back out to Lim. Utah State working it around Lim at the point. Fakes a shot. Havriliak lays out for it. Fires. Save. Luke in front. Puck is loose. And cleared away. Shot on. Saved. Puck is still loose and controlled by Riley Orr. Dietrich unable to smother either of those attempts as they'll wrap the puck back around to Derek Shoop.
Very fortunate there by ASU. You can hear the coach yelling for Kenzie to get up on his man. Luckily, they didn't score there.
At the point, fakes a shot once again. Cooper Lim seems to be the field general out there. Shot goes just wide. It's controlled by Owoski. Let's see if he can clear it. He will not. Sean Gibbons pokes it away. They send it out to Orr. Orr fires. Deflected off the stick of Parker Fultz. Puck is still loose behind the net. Gibbons is the first one there for the Aggies. He fans on it. Pressure coming in from Kenzie, but he will get it away to Shoop. Shoop out to Beckstrom. Beckstrom's shot is once again blocked. They look in front for Triboli. Now Beckstrom over to Orr. Orr shoots. Shot goes wide. Shoop's the first one there looking to deflect that puck in. He will be unable to. Havriliak swings his stick at it and is able to poke this one away from Shoop momentarily. Shoop looking for his man in front of the net, and instead it will be smothered by Kyle Dietrich. That puck would have been difficult for Dietrich to handle if it reached its intended destination of Sean Gibbons.
You see ASU still trying to use the boards to clear the puck out of there, and they're not having any success doing that. Utah State doing a great job just taking it right off the boards and still keeping it in the zone. ASU's got to find a way to clear the puck out of here and try to kill this penalty. Still got 30 seconds left.
30 seconds more, 5-on-4. You are correct, Matt. As Utah State works around, Ward fires, shot goes wide. Grabbed by LeClaire, pressure coming in from the Aggies and kept in.
Nice.
Great hands.
Nice play.
Great hands displayed by Irwin as the Aggies are still on this 5-on-4 attack. Under 10 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Sun Devils. Working behind Videdo is the first one there. He tries to send it over to Ward. Penalty is killed. Butler comes out of the box. Shot goes past, I apologize, goes across the slot. Nothing doing for the Aggies. The Sun Devils look to get this one clear. They will, and I imagine Utah State's about to change lines. Beckstrom will bring it in, tries to find Videdo. Instead, it gets to Hepburn. Shot on by Beckstrom, saved off the leg blocker. First one there right now is Chris Videdo. And Beckstrom, it looks like, is down. Or no, I apologize. That's Stuart Hepburn down on the ice.
He took a shot while he was taking the shot. He spun around and somehow was able to get enough on his stick. It looked like he shot it pretty much one-armed as he did a little pirouette there, but he's going to have to go to the bench and get checked out.
And Hepburn showing some frustration there. These two teams do not like each other, in case you've forgotten watching at home. This is a rivalry match. This is a matchup that has led to a line brawl. And, you know, after a 1-0 loss, everything this ASU D2 Elite squad has gone through the past week or so, I imagine tension is pretty high out there. Face-off controlled by the Sun Devils in their own zone. Owasku able to wrap it around to Ryan Moore. Moore will send it in for his line.
Moore trying to get the puck up there. You see 3 different Utah State players just taking away every zone. Nowhere for him to pass it, so he's just carrying it up the boards.
Shot is saved by Scherzel as Tim Concher able to keep this one in. ASU battling for the puck. They get it out to Owasku, the blue liner. Owasku gets over and wraps it around looking for Parker Foltz. Foltz and Moore battling for this puck on the boards. Foltz goes down, I think trying to draw a tripping call. Nothing doing, and this puck will go into the netting. .5:32 left here in our first period. 1-0 Utah State leads. And what to the Sun Devil fans out there must appear to be a kind of horrifying reenactment of last night's game. Shot on, saved, and cleared away. That puck got loose in front of Scherzel. Could have been trouble for the Utah State goalie. What defensemen are for, though, watching their goalies back. Puck is loose in the neutral zone. Moving forward with it is Wiseman. Fires. Shot goes high and wide. First one to it is a Utah State player. That'll be Derek Fontaine. Shot on, saved off the chest protector of Scherzel. ASU raining down shots on the Utah State goalie, but nothing too challenging for Bryce Scherzel yet. As it looks like Butler will eventually corral this one. Sends it over to Morgan. Slips off Morgan's stick. He'll just have to send the puck back in. ASU making some changes and pursuing the puck. Utah State taking their time. And the pass is intercepted by Jacob Wiseman. I use that term literally. He used his hand for it. Puck is loose in front, but eventually corralled by Utah State. Mike Trimboli skating forward with the puck. Able to clear it just past the stick of Dan Kenzie. ASU sends it back in. They will change lines. Havrilyak providing the pressure in Utah State's zone. Utah State looks to get this puck clear. They are able to. Devin Holmes skating forward, working on Kota Ingvar. Now it's Ingvar working on him. This puck is loose. It's a foot race. Owasku, however, gets his stick on the puck. They try to advance it. Havrilyak can't handle the pass. And that puck will drift to the boards for icing.
ASU can continue to get some of these neutral ice turnovers, maybe possibly create a 2-on-1, 3-on-2 advantage. They've struggled with that, but unfortunately you just got to keep doing it and hope that one goes in. The shot they had down here was a perfect opportunity, just unfortunately nobody on the weak side there to take the shot. The net was wide open, but they didn't have a man down there.
Offensive zone face-off for the Aggies, but this one's controlled by the Sun Devils. Owasku gets it forward to Cotnoir. Cotnoir looking across the ice for Kota Ingvar. Can't quite find him. It'll be a race to the puck, but a race that is won by Joseph Chase. ASU keeps the puck in. It finds its way to Bryce Scherzel's glove. Shot that will have gone way wide. We'll have another stoppage.
Talk about this being a reenactment of last night. It's really, honestly, a reenactment of score only. We're seeing a lot more aggressiveness out of ASU, a lot more shots, fewer shots for Utah State. Let's see if they can keep it up here.
Offensive zone faceoff now for the Sun Devils. It's controlled by Johnny Randall. Randall looked for his man far in front of the net, couldn't find him as the puck goes to the far boards. Puck battle going down, and it's controlled by Utah State, but kept in well by an ASU defenseman. It looked like Jacob Wiseman sent that puck back. Puck will drift all the way to Dietrich's stick. He sends it around to Leclerc to avoid the oncoming Ian Beckstrom. Leclerc hands it off to Randall, who advances the puck. Dumps it in, looking for Farr. Looks like Farr could be the first one there. Farr fans on it, but eventually gets a stick on it, and it's Johnny Randall now advancing with it. Gets over to Wiseman. Wiseman fakes and tries to wrap it back around for Scotty Farr. Back out to the defenseman, Kenzie. Now it's Wiseman. Wiseman fires, blocked off the arm of Joseph Chase, and Chase grabbing for that right arm. Puck works his way over to Kenzie. Kenzie puts a move on him, fires wide.
I think Wiseman's got to take that shot instead of moving in. It looks like he was a little bit hesitant, decided to try to move in, and that allowed the defenders to get in front of him. And now we're going to have a penalty.
With a delayed penalty, Dietrich comes out of the net. And, you know, that's the curse of a goalie, I think, Matt. You come out of the net, you hustle your way out of there. That's, of course, when the other team's going to touch it up, get their penalty call. And it is Ian Beckstrom finding his way back to the sin bin. Utah State racking up some penalty minutes right now. Arizona State back where they want to be in terms of penalty minute advantages. This is a team that has struggled spending too much time in the box this season. But, you know, now they just need to get that power play going in a way that didn't happen in last night's game or their first 5-on-4 and 5-on-3 tonight.
Yeah, they had some advantages last night. ASU had fewer penalty minutes than Utah State, but just wasn't able to capitalize on any of those opportunities. Utah State did a very good job of clearing the puck, and then we saw earlier tonight actually got a shorthanded goal. Let's see what ASU can do here. We have a delay for some reason.
A little delay. I see Jason Kuda chatting it up with Sean Gibbons. And we see as we are zooming as well as we can, I think I promised a better Zoom feature than we're able to provide. A special shout out to Justin Havriliak's aunt watching us live from New Jersey, allegedly. You know, Cronkite Sports, we go across the country, so thank you to anyone watching ASU hockey right now from anywhere around the nation and around the world. And especially thank you to Justin Havriliak's aunt. Lovely sign made by Havriliak and his mother, my understanding. And we thank you for supporting your team and, you know, for providing a heck of a hockey player in Justin Havriliak. Someone raised him right when it comes to playing hockey out on the ice.
Exactly. Always nice to shout out a fan anywhere in the country, especially all the way in New Jersey. Had some plans to come out here, but just wasn't able to put them together, so we're glad they were able to watch at home.
Morgan controls the faceoff for the Sun Devils just outside of their attacking zone. Kuda now battling to get this one in. He gets over to Morgan. Butler thinks about it, instead looks for Morgan. Nothing doing on the pass. Morgan corrals the loose puck. Again, this is 5-on-4 for the Sun Devils. Owasku calming things down for the Sun Devil offense. He sends it over to his fellow defenseman. Back to Owasku from Kenzie. Owasku fires, saved into the chest protector of Bryce Scherzel. Scherzel's not giving up a rebound on that.
Scherzel's been outstanding in the goal so far tonight, facing a lot more shots than he was facing last night. He's been able to stop everything coming his way. But if ASU can keep this up, theoretically they should get a goal or an opportunity, but we'll just have to see what happens.
Havriliak controls the faceoff, so that's certainly a good shout-out for his aunt right there as the Sun Devils work with it in their attacking zone. Wiseman sends this one in, looking for Havriliak, but I guess that one clipped off the netting. Another stoppage.
ASU doing a good job of winning these offensive zone faceoffs. Last night they struggled, and Utah State would come out of there and then take it all the way into the ASU zone. But ASU able to turn that around and at least keep the puck in the zone for right now.
Faceoff controlled by the Utah State Aggies. They will send the puck all the way back to Kyle Dietrich. About a minute left on the ASU power play. Advancing the puck is Jacob Wiseman. It's taken away by Riley Orr.
There you see the speed of Utah State. Wiseman had a couple feet on Orr, but he was able to come up behind him and slow him down.
Laid the outlet pass to Cooper Lim. Lim is dangerous, and Jacob Wiseman just says he will not have another Cooper Lim double move. Lays down a hit, and ASU regains possession. Shot fired and blocked by Justin Havriliak off of his back as Utah State will once again clear the puck. Under 30 seconds left on the ASU 5-on-4. Randall corrals the puck. The Sun Devils looking for one more chance, one more shot before Ian Beckstrom checks back into this one. Once again, Wiseman advancing the puck, and it flips off an ASU stick. Utah State sends that one back from whence it came, and it looks like will be another penalty kill. Under a minute left here in the first. 5 seconds on the PK for Utah State. Kenzie pushing the pace as he likes to. Fires, saved off the leg blocker. Back to even strength. Pass goes out to Owasku. Working it around. Kenzie can't quite handle this one. Can't keep it in.
Another chance for a backside rebound there for ASU.
And Hepburn comes off the bench and he intercepts the puck. Working out Owasku. Shot saved. Nice blocker save by Kyle Dietrich on a strong chance by Ian Beckstrom as the Sun Devils get this puck back in their attacking zone where they're dispossessed by the Aggies.
ASU had a chance for an odd man situation there and just weren't able to control the puck and capitalize on it. Good job by Utah State getting back on defense.
Beckstrom advancing with the puck once again. Taken away. Now Butler might have a chance here. Butler unable to push the pace effectively, though, as he is hit into the boards. We hear some yelling from the ASU bench. They wanted a whistle on that. Instead, the only whistle we hear is the sound of the buzzer. So now at the end of one, Arizona State 0, Utah State 1. Matt, before we get into some questions, what are your thoughts?
Well, I like the intensity from ASU. You know, we knew what Utah State was going to do. They're doing the exact same stuff they did last night. ASU coming out a lot more aggressive, especially in the offensive zone, getting a lot more shots than they got in the first period of last game. You got to get a little bit better at getting back on defense and got to kind of control the puck in the neutral zone. They got some turnovers, but they also had some turnovers. Brady Morgan here at the end of the first period, it looked like he was having some problem getting his footing. It looked like he was having a problem with his skates, caught his skates, something like that, and lost the puck. Lost an opportunity there, but if ASU keeps doing what they're doing, they have the talent. You know, it's 1-0 here, and we're only one period, and they have the talent to come back. They just got to keep doing what they're doing. Maybe try to work. You know, coach has got to say somebody's got to be there on that backside. They've had a couple of opportunities for backside rebounds. Net's wide open, but there's nobody been there. So they got to get a little bit better on that. But so far, I like what I'm seeing from ASU, even though they're down 1-0.
Shots on goal announced by the PA announcer, 19-15. In the Sun Devils' favor, definitely leading in that category. So you like what you've seen so far, Matt. Public address announcer, the stats seem to agree with that. But one stat definitely not in ASU's favor all weekend long. What's going on with that Sun Devil power play?
Utah State has just been doing a really good job. They've had a diamond formation in front of the goal, and they've collapsed the zone. And what that's done is it's pretty much put a protective box around the player in the slot. ASU's been working the puck around on the outside like they normally do, trying to get a shot in front. They just haven't been able to. I think they got to take a few feet in, maybe try to line up a better shot, hope for a rebound. But Utah State right now being very disciplined, and when they've had a chance to clear the puck all the way to the other end of the ice, they've taken full advantage of that, and that's what led to that goal by Utah State.
So Utah State taking advantage of their opportunities. Let's talk about one player who's really impressed me this weekend, the goal scorer tonight for the Aggies and their leading goal scorer on the season. Let's talk Cooper Lim. Matt, what makes Cooper Lim so impressive out there?
He's just firing out of the gate. You see the way he goes after the puck. He's always the first guy there, and he just comes in and flies in pretty much like a bat out of hell, just comes in, takes the puck from everybody, has great mechanics when handling the puck in the zone. We saw him knife through about 4 defenders and then get a shot off that Dietrich was able to save. But he just wants it more at this point, and I think that's one of the things that Utah State has on their whole team right now is they seem to want it a little bit more than ASU. Not saying ASU doesn't want it, but Utah State came in kind of with the mentality, okay, this is a down team. They just had this scandal. They're missing one of their players. It's late in the season. Let's see if we can come in here, take advantage. Maybe they're overlooking us a little bit. Then we'll take full advantage of them, and that's exactly what they've done so far.
That extra want, definitely a big deal, especially when you throw it on a 6'1", huge, skilled frame like that of Cooper Lim.
Exactly.
One last question before we're going to take our break. Matt, you know, it is senior night here at Oceanside Ice Arena for ASU Division II Elite. What senior do you think might step up, tie this one up, or at least get his team going in the second period?
Well, it's got to be the guy we talked about in the opening. It's got to be Captain Jack Havriliak. He's got to step up, make some plays. We saw him do that a little bit early in the first period, but he's got to be the guy. And I think it actually starts in the locker room. I think he's going to probably be the one to stand up and say, Coach, take a seat. I'm going to talk to the guys. You know, you guys are playing not just for your school, not just for a potential chance at a postseason. You're playing for us. You're playing for Dietrich. You're playing for the guys who haven't played so far. So I think it's got to be Havriliak, and I think he's going to be able to do it.
Captain Jack, Captain Avi, whatever you want to call him. The captain will have to step up in this one. We're going to take a quick break now. We'll be back in 10 for second period hockey. Your score once again at the end of 1, ASU 1, Utah State. I keep doing that. I forget that ASU is losing games. ASU 0, Utah State 1. You're watching Arizona State Division II Elite Hockey on the Walter Cronkite Sports Network.
Arizona State, home to some of the brightest, boldest, and best journalism students in the country. At the Cronkite School, well, there's not much more you could ask for. Yet one thing has been missing, until now. Months of preparation have a group of students on the brink of something big. They're taking sports, and they're doing them in a way that haven't been done here before. Live. This January, Cronkite Sports Live hits the airwaves. You're gonna...
Hello, friends. Here at WCSN, we have a tradition of anchor tryouts.
The ASU Arizona State football team is getting ready to gear up for the start of their football campaign.
The ASU football team is getting ready to head into camp to get their season underway.
The ASU football team is gearing up for their 2013 season.
Friends, it's a tradition unlike any other.
The ASU football team is gearing up for their 2013 season.
This is WCSN.
And welcome back to Oceanside Ice Arena on the Walter Cronkite Sports Network. Jason Chesler here, joined once again by Matt Harden. And we're about to get things underway here in the second period. ASU Division II Elite taking on the Utah State University Aggies. Utah State currently leads 1-0 here after one. The Aggies dump this one in. Dietrich able to corral it. We hope you appreciate the signage out there that we tried to show during the intermission as much as we here in the booth appreciate the signage. Feel free, this is the end of the regular season for the D2 Elite team. D1 is as well done with home games this year, but hey, next season, come out, support this Sun Devil hockey team. Fun team to watch, and if you don't mind, hey, bring a sign. I like signs. So, Utah State back to hockey, as we say. Utah State dumps this one in. Stuart Hepburn wins the race to the puck. He's depossessed as someone tries to leave it for a man, but Utah State will just change lines. Pressure coming in from Sam Goings, but ASU is going to be able to clear the puck. Moving forward into the neutral zone, it's Brady Morgan in the attacking zone. Shot fired, saved off the leg blocker.
It's a nice job by Morgan getting into the zone, trying to outrace the defense, but Utah State able to get back.
Lindquist bringing it up now for Utah State. He'll dump it in, looking for the ever-dangerous Cooper Lim. Lim unable to get to that one as Morgan's able to get this puck clear for the Sun Devils. Race to the puck is won, however, by Chase Allington. Utah State controls this currently in their own zone. Morgan picks the pass, shot on, saved. Butler came inches away from putting that puck over Bryce Scherzel's leg. A crafty pass from Brady Morgan found his line mate in front of the net, but nothing doing for the Sun Devils.
Another close opportunity there. One thing Utah State is doing very good is when an ASU player comes up the boards, there's 4 or 5 guys just kind of occupying a zone, making sure they can't get any passes, making the decision tough for them. Do I pass it? Do I hold up and stop the break? Do I come around the boards? What do I do with the puck? Utah State being very disciplined on their fast break defense.
So Utah State will control this puck off the faceoff. They have to get it clear, but Jordan LeClaire able to send it back in. Scherzel behind the net, almost caught off guard by Scotty Farr, but he's able to get it clear. Aggies still can clear this one. Nice job with the body by Tim Conser, stopping that puck from crossing the blue line. ASU continuing to pressure, still nothing doing. And it looks like Farr pokes this one away. Farr trying to send it back to Owasku. Instead, he'll leave it. However, it looks like Allington gets to the puck before LeClaire. Farr battling for the puck now, finds Randall in front, saved off the leg blocker once again. Farr works it out to Owasku. Owasku looking for Randall, can't find him. Allington taken care of by Randall. Farr gets to it. Puck loose in front. Shot goes high and into the netting after that puck sat in front of the net for a dangerous amount of time.
Some good passing there by ASU, but once again, we saw this last night at one point. They had an attempt for a shot, but the player wasn't ready for the puck. The pass was on point, but the player just wasn't in a position. You see in basketball, they talk about getting it into the player's shooting pocket so we can just easily rise up for a jump shot. Got to do the same thing in hockey, but if you're on the wrong side of the stick, you're not going to be able to get a shot on goal.
Face-off controlled by the Aggies. And you make a great point, Matt. Hockey, it looks like this big, physical, large-scale game, and it is. It's also a game of inches.
Exactly. All sports are, especially with hockey. When you're wielding a stick, it's not as simple as just turning around. You move your stick in a certain direction, get it lined up properly, kind of like golf, and then it makes it a little more tricky.
Ryan Moore currently with control of the puck for the Sun Devils. He'll dump it in, pursued by Moore, Fultz, and Wood. Rob Wood, the first guy there. He's battling for a puck at the near board. Scooped up by Ryan Moore. Moore looking for his man in front. Fultz unable to get there. And instead, it might be a breakaway chance for the Aggies. They dump it in. Dietrich not able to get a stick there. And it looks like the first man there will be Beckstrom. Puck poked away, and eventually it finds its way to Devin Holmes. Holmes working. Puck is cleared away by Parker Fultz.
Devin Holmes lost the puck there, but he's been playing very well so far this series. Last night he had a couple of opportunities. He just came in, rifled in fast, just like all these other Utah State players, taking the puck away, getting in front of the ASU players, making it hard for them to get any passes or shots on the goal.
Verliak with a chance right now. Puck is blocked and set into the netting by Sean Gibbons. Had a little 2-on-2 chance there. The captain decided to try and take it himself. and he will get his team, and probably himself personally, an offensive zone faceoff.
I like the aggressiveness, though. Maybe not the best advised shot with a guy standing right in front of you, but still got to be aggressive in this situation.
Face-off won by Hepburn, but the puck will eventually be controlled by Jamie Cotnoir. Looking for a man in the slot, unable to find Havriliak. Kenzie sends it back in for the captain.
Again, nobody there for ASU on the backside looking for a guy in the slot, but if they just put a guy on the backside, they might have a couple of more wide open chances because the net is just exposed on that backside.
Lindquist was looking to go 2-on-1, but good play by Dan Kenzie poking the puck free. As Utah State looks to regroup in their defensive zone. It's picked off. Shot goes wide by Koda Ingbar. Conjure will be the first one there. He'll keep the puck in. Hit laid out by Justin Havriliak, and a hand goes up.
That was a rough hit.
And you can see Havriliak staying down there with the down player for Utah State. Can't quite see a number on that one. Again, I wouldn't ever accuse the Sun Devil captain of anything malicious. This is a rivalry match, of course, to say the least. But I think Havriliak just kind of lost control of his body there. Wasn't able to stop in time and figured he'd lay out a hit.
Oh, we see it happen all the time. Hockey more so than in any other sport because you're skating on ice, your momentum. It's really, really hard to stop on a dime. And Havriliak just couldn't hold up in time. And nice to see the player getting up and able to walk off or skate off.
And yeah, checking out for Utah State. Looks like that's Brad Swampy, freshman forward, who got the rough boarding hit laid out by Justin Havriliak. We certainly hope everything is all right with Brad Swampy, but definitely a good sign being able to skate off under his own power.
Yep.
And you know what this means on the ice. 5-on-4 for the Aggies. It'll be 2 minutes in the penalty box for the Sun Devil captain, and 2 minutes of power play for Utah State.
This is a huge penalty kill for the Sun Devils. They have to get this one if they want to stay in this game.
2 minutes for checking from behind is the formal call against Havriliak, as the Sun Devils able to clear the puck following the first attack out of this Utah State power play unit. Long pass finds Trimboli. Mike Trimboli brings it in himself, looking for a man in the slot. Nothing doing. Puck is cleared by Brady Morgan. Morgan, definitely a guy to keep your eyes on, a guy with a shorthanded goal already this season. Someone who can make things happen.
I admire the aggressiveness there by LeClaire getting behind the net, but sometimes when you do that and the guy gets around you, it opens up Utah State for an odd man opportunity. You're already down a man, so you got to be careful when doing that. Luckily, the Sun Devils able to recover.
Great skating and stick work by Riley Orr as the puck now works its way around to Cooper Lim, the Utah State goal scorer. Out front to the point, it's Orr. His pass is deflected away, but it looks like it will be corralled by Derek Shoup. Shoup looking for the slot. It's instead blocked by James Olascu. The player goes down crashing into Kyle Dietrich. We'll see what the whistle was for. We will have a stoppage. Offensive zone faceoff coming out for Utah State. They are still a man up, 5-on-4 for 51 more seconds in this one. Hepburn taking on Morgan in the faceoff circle. Faceoff is controlled by the Aggies, but cleared away by the Sun Devils. Good quick stick work by ASU, winning a race to a puck, something they've struggled with so far in this series.
Yep.
A clear attempt by Scherzel. It bounces off Johnny Randall's skate, poked away. Puck still loose in the ASU attacking zone, and Johnny Randall will send this one all the way back towards the boards.
One thing ASU has done really well in this series, it's kind of saved them in a couple of situations, is able to get their sticks out and just poke the puck away from whichever Utah State player is handling it. It's a good thing to do on defense.
And great call there, Matt, as Jordan LeClaire did just that. Poked the puck away in the neutral zone, sent it forward into ASU's attacking zone as they look to run the last 10 seconds off this penalty kill.
Very nice penalty kill here by ASU, able to clear the puck a few times, keep Utah State in their own zone. Might be able to set themselves up. Well, we're going to have a slash here.
And no, I don't think slashing was the call. That's definitely what the Utah State bench was calling for, Matt. I certainly can't fault you for using your ears, but I think instead that was just a defensive hand pass was the whistle.
Okay.
And we will go to 5-on-5. Parker Foltz handling faceoff duties in the offensive zone for the Sun Devils. He loses it to Hepburn. Utah State looking to advance the puck. Big hit attempted by Rob Wood as Dan Kenzie tries to send this one back in. It's blocked. Sun Devils are eventually able to cross the blue line. But controlled now by Utah State. Good poking by Parker Fultz to get this one through. Puck will find its way all the way to Bryce Scherzel. Scherzel looks to clear. Wiseman doing his best to stop him. And the puck gets clear, then ends up back in the ASU attacking zone from the hit by Parker Fultz. Utah State will dump it in. Change a few players here. Still some pressure. Puck loose in front. That was dangerous. Dan Kenzie now advances it for ASU. He'll send it in. Scherzel corrals it behind the net. Tries to use the boards to clear this one. Just kept in by Tim Conjure, who takes a big hit from Hepburn. Conjure back to his feet as Fultz in pursuit of this one. Instead, it will be cleared by Cooper Lim for Utah State.
Wood went to take a shot there on the puck and just whiffed on it. Probably wouldn't have gotten to the goal, but at the same time, you get frustrated when you have a shot perfectly lined up and you're not able to get a good stick on it.
Chase Allington wins the race to the puck and hands it off to Riley Orr working behind the net. Now pressed up against the board by James Owascu. Good connection with Allington. He's in the puck battle with Brady Morgan. Puck knocked away now and controlled by Tim Conjure. Conjure tries to play it off the boards to Kuda, unable to. The puck still loose in ASU zone. Allington wins yet another race to the puck. Cooper Lim tries to send it back to Allington. Nothing doing. Tim Conjure gets in the way, then loses it. Or shot on, save. Puck loose in front. And the net will be knocked off as Cooper Lim came crashing into Kyle Dietrich. Nice couple of saves by the Sun Devil netminder.
Dietrich doing a good job. The defense is doing a good job as well. They got to try to find another way to clear the puck, though. Utah State's been taking away the boards both games so far. We saw during the penalty kill they were able to just fire the puck pretty much diagonally across the ice, not using the boards to clear the puck. They got to find a different way to get it out of the zone and get Utah State back on defense.
It will be a face-off just outside of ASU's defensive zone. It's controlled by Utah State. Goings with control takes it back into the Aggie zone. Puck advances, they dump it in, went off someone's stick, so no icing will be the call. Controlled by the Sun Devils. Cotnoir moving forward through the neutral zone. He's got a Vrliak on his left. They change positions. Cotnoir fires, saved and smothered. Cotnoir tried to go 5-hole. That's beaten Dietrich this weekend. Not quite quick enough to beat Bryce Scherzel.
It's a nice attempt by the Sun Devils on that fast break opportunity. Those are the kinds of shots you got to take even if you don't get him past initially. You never know. He might not catch the puck, might bounce off a chest plate, and then see what you get. One thing ASU can't do right now is kind of fall back. We're seeing right now Utah State is starting to win.
Shot on, no. Have Vrliak fans on it, and the whistle blown maybe prematurely. It looked like Scherzel did not have his glove over the puck. The refs blew the whistle. The Sun Devil bench can't believe it. And again, that's where reputation becomes a play. Scherzel's been so good at pinning pucks down, smothering the puck this weekend. I think the officials assumed when he put his glove down that he had it. And Vrliak, he can't be beating himself up too bad out there. But I'm sure he's frustrated. He fanned on what could have been a strong shot.
It's got to be a frustrating call for ASU. They had a couple of guys around the puck, too, when they blew that whistle.
Face-off controlled, shot wide by Cotnoir. Cotnoir regains control. Ingbar looking to make something happen. He goes down. Puck loose in front. Saved and taken back by the Sun Devils. Shot on, save. Shot on, save. No! Off the blocker and in. Coda Ingbar puts the Sun Devils on the board. He's excited. The crowd's excited. The bench is excited. Persistence pays off for the Sun Devils. Shot after shot off of Bryce Scherzel's left leg blocker, and eventually Coda Ingbar is the one to beat him.
You're told ever since you're in kindergarten and first grade, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. And sometimes you got to try 3, 4, 5 times, and that's exactly what the Sun Devils did there, able to get it past the Utah State goalie for the equalizer.
Goal number 18 on the season for Ingbar, the Sun Devils' leading scorer. And Coda Ingbar has tied this game up at 1-1. And you can just see the excitement from this from the 5 ASU players out there. The exhilaration from the bench. They are pumped, and I imagine they're relieved to have finally scored on Bryce Scherzel.
I think the entire bench has to feel that way. You've been struggling so much to score this weekend or even get shots at some points. To finally get one to get through, it's got to be like that three-point shooter that's missed 20 in a row. Finally seeing one go through the basket. Now we'll see if they can capitalize on it and see what we can do here with the puck.
Justin Vrliak is awarded the assist for Ingbar's goal. So again, 1-1 on the goal from Ingbar, assisted by Vrliak. Utah State with control in their attacking zone. Big hit laid out as Hefter's now battling for the puck. He tries to clear it, but instead it's kept in by Sean Gibbons. Gibbons wraps it around. We'll see who gets this puck first. Aaron Wood takes a big hit into the boards, but Utah State will retain control for now. Puck gets loose, eventually finds its way to Johnny Randall. Pass not able to be handled. Gibbons in front, shot on, blocked by Andrew Ufter, who was on the ground. A couple guys battling for the puck at the far side. Leclerc goes down, and eventually it's controlled by Hefter. Here. 3-on-2, odd man rush. Great eyes, Matt. Shot on, saved. Puck loose behind the net. Hefter will corral it. After battling with Gibbons, finds his way over to Leclerc. In front, Randall has it poked away. And now could be a 3-on-2 for Utah State. Instead, they will dump it in and look to change.
I've seen ASU a few times this season really struggle with their 3-on-2 odd man situation. Rushes right there.
Lim pokes the puck away. He is very active with that stick. Shot on, save. Shot is loose in front of the net. Puck still loose. Scooped up, shot on, and scored! Another goal for Utah State. They answer. It's Brad Swampy, the guy who took the hit to the back of the head. Or I shouldn't say head. The guy who took the hit to the back. Check back into the game, and you can bet he's healthy. And he has built the Utah State Aggies up to a healthy lead with a goal.
More rebounding there by Utah State. ASU not doing a very good job getting the rebound. Dietrich did about all he could, but when he had about 6 or 7 guys in front of him, it's kind of hard to put a glove on the puck when you've got that many guys in front of him. Somebody from ASU has to get that puck away and get it out of the zone.
So another rebound-based goal. You mentioned it there, Matt. We saw that from ASU, attacking that left leg blocker of Bryce Schwerzel. And now Kyle Dietrich just unable to smother that puck. It was loose in front. It was dangerous. Cooper Lim picks up the assist on that goal as I was waiting near the PA announcer. So Lim a goal and an assist tonight. And Brad Swampy gives his team the lead. And a huge momentum-shifting goal. Offensive zone faceoff now for the Sun Devils. It's controlled, however, by the Aggies. Good play by Wiseman to keep it in. Kuda fires, saved, and barely smothered. Squeezed between the legs of Bryce Scherzel. Almost looked like a softie was about to beat him there, but at the last second, those goalie reflexes kicked in.
Nice save there by Scherzel, ASU. We saw it in the first period. They were doing a really good job of winning the offensive zone faceoffs. Now they're kind of struggling a little bit. Utah State doing a really good job of getting that puck out of the zone.
Faceoff looks to be controlled by the Sun Devils. Brady Morgan comes away with it. Wraps it around through Gretzky's alley. Looks to find Wiseman. No, instead he'll leave it for Jason Kuda. Kuda battling along the boards. Battling wrapped up by Sean Irwin. Puck gets away, finds Morgan, and is picked off by Riley Orr. Orr breaking away. He's got a 2-on-2 along with Lindquist. Orr working the stick. Or I apologize, that was Sam Goings. I saw the 9, didn't see the 1. As this puck eventually finds its way to an ASU stick. Kuda able to clear it, but Ward regains control for Utah State. Aaron pass in the neutral zone turnover for the Aggies. This could be 4-on-2 for the Sun Devils. Kuda fires, blocked. Wiseman fires, saved. Puck loose in front, and Butler is not quite able to get his stick on it. Utah State now looking to make something happen out of this transition chance. Skating forward with the puck, it's Chris Videto. Videto looks to wrap it around the boards. Kuda looks to be the first one there. Kuda able to clear it. Puck pursued by Justin Avriliak. Instead, it's cleared away by Sean Gibbons along the boards. More back and forth hockey. Videto once again. Shot blocked by the stick of Jacob Wiseman. Wiseman goes down awkwardly on the other end of things. He seems to have picked himself up just fine. Passes intercepted in the neutral zone by Ingbar. But Ingbar has it poked away. Nice stick work by Derek Shoup. Shoup now with control. Puts a move on a man. Shot on. Ooh, just wide. Dietrich was sprawled out for that one. It looked like an opening to his right side. And it looked like a potential Utah State goal, but it looked like Riley Orr sent it just wide.
That's a good job by Owasku coming back on defense. It looked like after he took that awkward spill, he was going to try to gingerly come over to the bench, or Wiseman, I should say, but it looked like he was able to turn around and help make the defensive stop.
Offensive zone faceoff controlled by the Aggies, but Swampy is unable to get there. He's now in a race with Cotnoir. He will win that race, gets the puck clear. Ingbar pokes it forward into ASU's attacking zone, but it's controlled by the Aggies once again. Triboli dumps it in. Or the first one there absorbs a big hit by Jacob Wiseman.
We're going to have a delayed penalty here coming up.
Scherzel checks out of the game for Utah State. Hepburn comes on for the 6-on-5. And finally, Ingbar gets a stick on it. Lim lays out a hit, maybe after the whistle. And Jamie Cotnoir comes over to protect his linesman, but it looks like that'll do it for the extracurriculars here. Cotnoir looking frustrated after that one, but it will be a 5-on-4 for Utah State.
And it looks like they're going to get Havriliak. He's heading over to the penalty box, possibly a check from behind or something behind the net. But ASU can't give Utah State any more opportunities right now. I know it's only a one-goal game, but with the way Utah State has come out in the second period attacking, they're starting to win more of those battles for the puck, putting a lot more pressure on ASU. If they keep giving them opportunities like this, ASU's not going to be able to come back.
So Utah State with the offensive zone face-off, looking to add to that lead. Shot on, saved, loose in front. Shot goes wide as the follow-up by Aaron Ward can't come through. ASU looking to clear this puck. It's a battle in the near corner. Squirts away and is controlled by the Aggies. Puck goes loose. Chris Vedato gets his stick on it, sends out to Irwin. Irwin, shot on, saved, like blockers by Dietrich. Back out to Irwin. Irwin's pass deflected by Randall into the netting. 1:37 left on the Utah State power play.
That was a close one there for ASU. Looked like another rebound chance for Utah State, but wasn't able to get a stick on it, and they were able to poke it out of there from in front of Dietrich. Dietrich's got to get his glove on a couple of these pucks, or somebody else from ASU has to be able to swat that puck away and try to clear it out of the zone, or else they're going to give up another rebound goal here soon.
The rebound's difficult. Randall clears out at the face-off circle, and ASU will control it. LeClaire able to get it across the blue line and clear it. Throws out an outlet pass looking for Randall, but mostly just looking to kill some clock. They'll do that, smothered by Scherzel. And ASU now with an offensive zone face-off.
Randall with a little shove there on a Utah State player on Orr, and looks like he's kind of frustrated, wasn't able to get anything going on that play. You can see it on the faces of the ASU players through their face mask. They're a little bit frustrated. Can't get down right here.
Morgan wins the offensive zone faceoff, looks to have something, can't find Kuda in front. Kuda looks to win this puck race, gets there before Riley Orr, and it's poked away. Kuda unable to control the puck. Strong short-handed chance there by the Sun Devils. Still over a minute left on the power play. Utah State will bring it up, try to get their offense going again. It's Shoop. Shoop has it poked away. Kuda tries to take it away from Gibbons. He would have had no one in front of him. Hit laid out by Brady Morgan. Nice hip check. Puck finds its way over to Vedato. Or I beg your pardon, Trimboli. Trimboli shoots on. Cooper Lim scoops it up. Lim sends it over to Gibbons. Gibbons wraps it around, looking for Trimboli. Still calm puck movement. Owasku looks to get it clear, but it's kept in by Lim. Lim, shot on, fired wide by Riley Orr. Puck still loose, ricochets, and eventually finds its way to Lim's stick. Lim shoots just by the glove of Kyle Dietrich, just wide. ASU looking to regain possession. Kenzie with it into the boards. And a hand, no hand will go up as Brady Morgan just able to clear this one. Utah State player is down. Looked like he might have taken the blow to the head, and yeah, he is still down, grabbing his head. Hate to see that out there. We will see a trainer go out there. It looked like Kenzie caught. I didn't see who it was. We're giving you a great shot of him now, courtesy of Anthony Persino, our cameraman. Looked like Kenzie got him in the head with a hand. I'm not going to call it a punch. I'm not saying it was intentional, but it looked like Kenzie's hand kind of flew. And Kenzie now getting into it with the Utah State bench, signaling with his hand, let him keep chattering, as we do have an Aggies player down.
Don't really like that out of Dan Kenzie. The extracurriculars, I mean, you're down 2-1. You lost last night. Just head over to the bench, get with your team, figure out what you're going to do, and just keep playing the game. No reason to respond to the bench calling him names or whatever they were saying to him. I am kind of surprised that they didn't call a penalty on ASU there. It looked like there was something going on, but the ref obviously didn't see it that way. Just two guys tangled up, and unfortunately a player got hurt.
You hate to see anyone take a shot to the head. We wish our best. We still can't quite identify which Utah State player this is. He is back sitting up right now, being worked on by the Utah State trainer, as James Owasku and Stuart Hepburn over there standing by the officials meeting. These officials, they've got a tough job. These teams, they're fired up. They don't like each other. Derek Shoup should be able to recognize that hair anywhere. Is the player down? He's got his helmet off. I don't think he's getting that helmet back tonight, Matt.
I doubt
Shoup will be helped off by the Utah State trainer.
By the look on his face, if somebody had handed him his helmet, he probably wouldn't take it. I'd be interested interesting to see what the refs are saying to the players. I didn't see any penalty calling or anything. Maybe it's just a warning to the benches, try to keep this thing civilized. You know, you would like to see the guys just be able to go out there and play, but you also want to try to keep control of the game, and maybe the refs are trying to do that right now, making sure nothing happens in the third period.
Yeah, I don't envy these officials right now. These are two teams with history, two teams that don't get along. And beyond that, it's a Utah State team looking to prove something, looking to knock off the former number one, or, you know, for now, still number one in the West team. And it's Arizona State looking to prove something as well, looking to prove that they are more than their sanctions, looking to get back in the win column after having to forfeit 22 games, and looking to plead their tournament case for the rankings committee. Incredibly high intensity. Still don't want to see it play out with something like that, with a hit to the head like the one Derek Shoup took. But I do not envy these officials trying to keep this game under control.
Exactly, and if you're ASU, you got to keep your composure here. You're still playing potentially for a chance at the postseason. We'll just have to see what the ranking committee does. But even if they lose this game, they got to play well, because the ranking committee may look at it the way we looked at it earlier and thinking, you know, they caught a good team at a bad time and just happened to lose these two games. Because Utah State, they're no pushovers. They're a pretty good team. They're up there in the rankings. So I think they were third or fourth. The last
Utah
time we
State
checked
was fourth at the previous rankings. A win over the old number one ASU. That could knock them up. It's a very close race between Weber State, NAU, and Utah State for that 2, 3, 4 spot. And if ASU gets knocked out of the 1 and 2 with that, with the sanctions against them, two of those three teams are getting the automatic berth to nationals. One isn't. Very close competition for that spot if ASU vacates one.
Exactly, and Utah State, they got to be thinking, you know, we're fourth, but if we do a very good job playing against ASU, even with everything that's going on behind them, we may be able to jump somebody and get into one of those top 2 slots. So they have a lot of motivation right now. ASU, their motivation should just be to win this game and get their season back on track. We were talking to the equipment manager earlier, and the team had breakfast this morning trying to clear the air, figure out what's going on, sort of that come-to-Jesus meeting we talked about post-game last night. But it seems to have worked a little bit here, but they got to keep their composure, and they got to just go out there and just play their game.
And we will have a 5-minute major going against the Sun Devils. Jacob Brown's number is currently on the scoreboard. It looked like Kenzie was the one to do anything if they're calling something, but I believe Brown has been disqualified as Jacob Brown has left the building. We have Mitch Lyons doing his time in the booth right now in the penalty box, and Justin Havriliak will check out. There will be just under 5 minutes. We're listening for the public address announcer. So game misconduct does go against Jacob Brown. I thought it was Kenzie. The officials say Brown. You know, their eyes are better than mine. They're more trained for this.
They gave the coach the choice between the two because he said he didn't see it.
And Joey Artie, our producer, our technical director, and apparently a very skilled listener, the officials gave the ASU coaching staff a choice between Kenzie and Brown. They could not cleanly see the play. Looked like both guys were involved. And, you know, much respect to Jacob Brown, but Dan Kenzie, he's out in that first defensive pair. He's a multifaceted player. Not the toughest choice to make for Coach Leclerc.
Exactly. Joey, is there anything that you can't do?
Joey is chuckling right now. Certainly no laughing matter, though. Game misconduct. A call that looks deserved after seeing the hit laid out. A hit to the head, 5-minute major, and a game misconduct. And, of course, on the ice, this does mean still just about 4 minutes of power play for Utah State. Not a whole lot doing from either team's power play unit, but, you know, you give them enough chances, eventually someone will score.
Exactly, and with a 4-minute power play, if there's no stoppages in play, you're going to wear down your 4 guys out there. This could have huge implications going into the third period with fatigue and everything like that, especially with the way Utah State is running ASU ragged right now.
Utah State working with the puck. Man goes down. A big hit laid out by James Owasku. Big clean hit as the puck gets away, and it looks like, yes, we'll squirt back out into the neutral zone. Utah State to reset. Sean Irwin brings it in. Another hit laid out, that one by Johnny Randall. More collisions, people going down everywhere. Shot on, saved into the glove of Kyle Dietrich.
A lot of intensity. I'm kind of surprised at what we're seeing right now. I thought after that big penalty that we just saw that the refs maybe start calling it a little bit tighter, but ASU getting a couple of hits, Utah State getting a couple of hits. They are letting them play, but if you're ASU, you still got to be very careful. You don't want to go down to a 5-on-3 disadvantage making a boneheaded play, just hitting a guy from behind or anything like that.
And, of course, there is a difference between a physical game, between clean hitting, and between a dirty game or a chippy game. ASU certainly able to walk that line. We've seen this team play good, clean, physical hockey out there, and we hope that everyone's able to get back to that on the ice. Because, you know, Matt, I love hitting. I love seeing that. I hate seeing the late hits. I hate seeing hits to the head. They got to keep it clean out there for my taste. It's Riley Orr now from the point, looks to go to work. Shot on, saved off the leg blockers, high into the air. Caught by Avriliak, he gets it clear.
You know, you talk about the good, clean hockey. You can play like that. It's just I'm not entirely sure where ASU's mindset is after everything that's gone on this week. So, you know, if you're where they're at right now with all the sanctions and everything, you got to be a little bit more careful than you normally would. I know they're capable of doing it. They just have to go out and do it.
Gibbons shoots on, saved. Smothered between the leg blockers in the glove by Kyle Dietrich. And
nice.
You're very right. I mean, losing Kevin Hanlon, forfeiting 22 games. ASU has been through a lot as a team this week. You mentioned they had team breakfast today. They're trying to come together, trying to get that headspace correct. But, man, it is a tough job for Coach LeClaire, Coach Lysigar, and everyone down there on this ASU bench to get these guys focused up, playing the right way.
Especially when you're playing a team as good as Utah State is. It just makes everything even more difficult.
So puck is cleared by ASU halfway through this 5-minute major, the 5-on-4, 2:20 left in the power play. And ASU so far so good from this penalty kill unit. They have been very impressive all year long on the PK. Certainly stayed the same this week. Hepburn bringing it in, shot on, saved by Dietrich. Shot goes behind the net as Morgan able to get a stick on it and clear the puck once again. Really, they're doing a good job holding Utah State to just one chance every time they're up the ice.
That's what they got to do. You don't want to give up any more of those rebound goals. We keep talking about them because they're so important. You don't want to give up any rebounds.
Or finds it with his stick, puts a couple moves on, can't find Videto in the slot. That could have been a goal-scoring chance. The puck is being battled for on the boards. Puck goes around behind the net. Kenzie battling for a puck. Controlled by Utah State. Let's see what they can do. Or out to Gibbons. Gibbons looks to shoot. Blocked away as that shot went wide. Back to Gibbons. Gibbons shoot laid out by Morgan. His stick is gone. His stick is laying outside of ASU zone. Brady Morgan laying his heart on the line and his body on the line. Shot on, saved and smothered by Dietrich. Impressive play by Brady Morgan. He lost his stick about a minute and a half ago. He was willing to lay out for shots. He was willing to do whatever he could with his body to just block some shots and some passing lanes.
Well, that's what you got to do. In basketball, they talk about first to the floor, and that's what Brady Morgan did. I thought it was a Utah State player who lost his stick. I was wondering whose stick that was, but Brady Morgan doesn't need a stick to play hockey, apparently, or at least not to block any shots.
Face-off controlled by Utah State in their attacking zone, but now it's a puck battle. Good hustle by Andrew after to get there and disrupt it. Randall looks to get this puck clear. He's not able to, or looks for his man, unable to find Allington. Utah State works it around. It's Gibbons. Gibbons hitting to the boards by Owasku and cleared away. Randall now might have a one-on-one chance here. Johnny Randall down the near side looking for LeClaire. Scores! Johnny Randall with the equalizer. He faked like he was passing that puck to Jordan LeClaire. I thought he passed that puck to Jordan LeClaire. Instead, he fires and is able to beat Bryce Scherzel's stick side. Johnny Randall, he's been tweeting all week about this game, and now he is on the scoreboard, 2-2.
Very, very impressive play. One of the few times where we've seen ASU get a breakout and there's not 3 or 4 Utah State defenders between them and the goalie. It's a very, very, very good play there. Nice fake by Randall, looking like he was going to pass like you said, and then getting it past the Utah State goalie for the equalizer.
2-2 as we wait for the official call. Goal scored at 1:12, shorthanded, of course, scored by Johnny Randall. Unassisted as he did it all himself. No, you know, speak of the devil, assisted by James Owasku, the defenseman making the defensive play, sending it forward to Randall. Good outlet pass. They connected in the neutral zone, and Randall took over from there. Irwin sends it in for Utah State. They do still have 30 seconds or so of power play. Owasku laying out another hit. However, Hepburn able to stay up. Hepburn gets it over to Irwin. Irwin tries to keep it in, but Owasku seems to be able to poke it out. No, good play by Irwin, keeping the puck in. 10 seconds on the power play. Irwin fires, shot goes wide.
seeing a very different style.
Shot on, assist wide. That was a taxing save for Dietrich, but he was able to get a piece of his glove on it. Sun Devils are back to even strength as Mitch Lyons comes out of the box. Remember, he was filling time for Jacob Brown as Brown got a game misconduct. Kenzie moves it forward to Lyons. Lyons out, maybe with an odd man rush. Lyons tries to fire as the clock expires, but that shot was blocked by Gibbons. So, at the end of 2, Utah State 2, Arizona State 2. We're all tied up. Johnny Randall with a huge play. Where's the momentum at in this game, Matt?
Right now, it's kind of hard to say because Utah State looked like they were controlling everything, especially on that 5-on-3 or 5-on-3 advantage. You know, they had the 5-minute misconducts, of which ASU did a very good job with the penalty kill. So it's kind of hard to say. I would put it just a little bit in favor of ASU since they got the last goal, a huge goal by Johnny Randall, especially going one-on-one. One of the few times we've seen ASU be able to go one-on-one. So it's a little bit over on ASU side, but they can't get too caught up in it because there's still 20 minutes of hockey to play, and Utah State could easily come out firing in the third period.
We just got the shots on goals announced. ASU with 10, Utah State with 14. But ASU able to go to the board, get on the board, should I say. Score twice in the period. So we saw them be outshot, lose a period, outshoot, We saw them outshoot their opponents, lose a period, get outshot, and win the period, Matt. What's going on with the Sun Devils on the ice?
Well, they're starting to give up a few of those loose pucks that they were winning in the first period. Utah State, I think, realized that they're not going to be able to do exactly what they did last night. ASU made some adjustments. The penalty killing by ASU has been very, very good. We're seeing contrasting styles on the penalty kill. I talked earlier about Utah State putting sort of the diamond box and collapsing towards the goal. ASU's taking a different approach. They're actually just trying to put pressure on the man with the puck, trying to get it away from him, because Utah State, one of their best qualities that I've noticed is their ability to handle the puck and pass it is very, very good, and ASU is trying to neutralize that with aggressive defense. So right now for ASU, just kind of keep doing what you're doing. Try to avoid any penalties. That's going to be the key in the third period, I think, is if they get in the penalty box and give Utah State too many more opportunities. They got away with one with the 5-minute major, but they're going to have to keep it clean in the third period and just keep doing what you're doing. Put shots on goal. The more shots you put on to Utah State's goalie, the more chances you're going to be able to score. We've talked about rebounding. It's been a huge factor in this game. We'll see what they can do in the third period.
Now let's talk depth as we come into the third period. Tiredness, always a factor in a physical sport like hockey. ASU's depth has been such a big key for them all season long, and we've seen it tonight. Johnny Randall, not one of those top 2 line members, instead a depth guy, an energy guy, allegedly coming off the bench during the penalty kill, putting the puck in the net. What role will ASU's depth play on the last period of this game?
Well, I think it's going to be huge. We've seen a back-and-forth game, both games, even though Utah State controlled last night. It's been back and forth, and playing back-to-back games in hockey when you're out there, even though if you're only out there for 2 minutes at a time, you're still going back and forth on the ice, chasing the puck all over the place, chasing your man all over the place. So I think ASU's depth is going to be very important, but don't discount Utah State's depth. They've been running the same style. I mean, these two teams are very, very similar. They play aggressive, they play fast, and you can't play that way if you don't have depth. So I think ASU's depth is going to play a huge role in the third period, probably mostly on defense, but I think it's still going to have to be one of their starters. We talked about Haverliak, Brady Morgan, Justin Butler. One of these guys is going to have to step up and make a play here in the third period.
Well, thanks a lot, Matt. We're going to take a little 10-minute intermission here, but you better stick around to see this third period. We are all tied up 2-2 here at Oceanside Ice Arena. Stick around for the last regulation period of ASU Division II Elite's home season this year. Stick around. 2-2 is the score. You're watching ASU D2 Hockey on the Walter Cronkite Sports Network.
Arizona State, home to some of the brightest, boldest, and best journalism students in the country. At the Cronkite School, well, there's not much more you could ask for. Yet one thing has been missing, until now. Months of preparation have a group of students on the brink of something big. They're taking sports, and they're doing them in a way that haven't been done here before. Live. This January, Cronkite Sports Live hits the airwaves. You're gonna want to see this.
Welcome back to Oceanside Ice Arena, Tempe, Arizona. The Arizona State Division II Elite Sun Devils currently tied up 2-2 with the Utah State University Aggies. Jason Chesler joined once again by Matt Harden. Our talented cameraman is Anthony Persino, and our technical director / professional coach whisperer, bench listener, is Joey Hardy. We're underway here in the third, everything tied up at 2. In what is going to be a thrilling final period. I think they broke the puck. So much tension, you could snap a hockey puck.
I've never seen that happen before.
That'll happen, apparently. 1950 left here in the third. We're going to try and get things back underway. The official's smiling at that one.
He's having a good time. He's probably never seen it before, too.
You know, maybe that'll lighten the mood in what's been a very intense, very physical, maybe questionably so game. Jacob Brown of the Sun Devils did receive a game misconduct in this one. Kota Ingbar puts a move on a man. He's deking, skating forward, loses control of the puck. Tries to lay out a hit to regain possession, unable to. The Aggies try to advance this out of their defensive zone. They will. Lindquist loses his handle on it, poked away by Avriliak. Sent in by Hepburn, but Conjur's the first one there. Conjur sees it poked away, and Cooper Lim comes away with it. Lim is dangerous. They have 3-on-3 right now. Lim fires off the side of the net.
Very close call there for ASU, almost giving up a goal.
Condor
1 minute into the period.
Works it over to Avriliak. Can't find Ingvar. We have icing, but no change allowed by the Sun Devils. The official makes that clear to the ASU bench.
Ingvar had a drive there, and he lost control of the puck. That's kind of happened in the 2 games so far. Is that ASU, they've had wide open lanes with the puck, but they've just lost control of it. Utah State, they've been pretty good at controlling the puck. An ASU player has had to come poke it away from them. They'll have to tighten that up here in this third period.
Ingvar and Randall, the 2 goal scorers for the Sun Devils. On the Utah State side of things, it is Swampy along with Lim, providing 2 goals tonight. Butler goes down as Irwin tries to take the puck away. Utah State will regain possession. Good pressure from Morgan. He pokes it clear. Finds Kuda in the slot over the Butler. Shot on. Save. They make the extra pass. It doesn't pay off. Strong chance by the Sun Devils as Wiseman able to keep it in. Wiseman looks to fire. It goes wide. And the puck will ricochet all the way back. Dan Kenzie the first one there. Kenzie fires it forward for Morgan. He's hitting to the boards. Puck gets away. Got a stick on it. No icing. Kuda gets there. Kuda finds Morgan. Morgan working in front. Back to Kenzie. Kenzie fires. Save. Off the leg blocker once again by Scherzel. Shot on and scored. Brady Morgan puts it in. And ASU has taken a 3-2 lead.
Just like we said before we went to break, it's going to have to be one of these top guys. Butler, Morgan, Havriliak, they're going to have to step up and make a play. And right there, Brady Morgan right out of the gate. Very aggressive by the Sun Devils, trying to dictate the tone here. They've had the puck cleared on them a couple of times, but they've been able to get it back into their offensive zone and put some shots onto Utah State. And there, they got one, went in.
Butler, Morgan, Kuda, the Brady bunch with the goal. Brady Morgan, electric all season long. As we'll wait for the PA announcer to let us know the official ruling on that. So, sometimes we see him wrong. And the assists.
And already the ASU right there got another shot on the goal, being very, very aggressive here, trying to keep Utah State out of their zone.
Gibbons' shot is blocked by Owasku. It's a puck battle, breaks out the far boards. Goal goes to Jason Kuda, so the deflection was what put it in. Shot on, save, shot loose in front of the net. And Dietrich will go down. Play is stopped. And what do I know? They're actually awarding that goal to Kuda, assisted by Butler and Kenzie. I think they might have gotten a number wrong there. It looked like Morgan was in on the initial chance at least. Should be either his goal or an assist off of a deflection. But for now, it is Jason Kuda with the goal, assisted by Dan Kenzie and Justin Butler. Either way, that top Sun Devil line coming through for them, giving a 3-2 lead.
You talk about not envying the officials when they have to sort out a situation like we had in the second period. I also don't envy them when they have to decide who got the goal and who got the assist when you've got 9 guys standing right around the net. Who do you give those stats to? So we'll see if they go and change it, but right now, it is what it is.
17:24 left to play in the third, and ASU has their first lead of the weekend. Hard to believe we're saying that one, as Owoski will send things back around for the Sun Devils. Rob Wood battling behind, in front, shot is wide. Ryan Moore with a good chance there as a puck battle breaks out near boards. It's eventually controlled by Utah State. The Aggies trying to make something happen. Lim battling for it with Conzer, but Tim Conzer able to send it back towards center ice. Rob Wood able to get it in. The Sun Devils will change.
Got to be quick on this change before Utah State can get into the zone.
Riley Orr in the attacking zone now. He's immediately pressured. He gets it back to Chase Allington. Back to Orr. Works it out. Cooper Lim now being harassed by a pair of Sun Devil players. Good defense by Herviliak and Engbar to force Cooper Lim, the Utah State goal scorer, out.
ASU seems to have picked up their intensity there.
Wiseman battling it out with Orr. Orr went down, no call. And Engbar will bring it forward for the Sun Devils. Conzer with control now. It's poked away by Lim. Dietrich comes out of the net to handle that one before Chase Hepburn could get there. Stuart Hepburn, I beg your pardon. Shot goes wide now by Cotnoir.
Some bizarre spacing on that by ASU. You had the guy handling the puck and then 2 players standing pretty much right next to him. They got to space out a little bit more. It's making it easy for Utah State to defend the puck.
Herviliak corrals the puck for the Sun Devils in their defensive zone as Wiseman now brings it forward for ASU. Sending it looking for Brady Morgan. Morgan will beat his man to the board. Big hit by Irwin. And we'll see. Utah State looks to be able to clear this one. Irwin sends it over looking for Lindquist. Lindquist gets his pocket picked by Justin Butler. Butler fires, saved, ricochet, rebound. And it's covered up by Utah State. They clear this puck.
This is almost like the beginning of the game for ASU. They're coming out and just firing away at the goalie, trying to get whatever they can get. It's very nice to see out of the Sun Devils early in this third period.
And Scherzel has conceded, unlike earlier in the when they were doing this in the first period. You got to wonder, Aki, it's a game of psychology. Is Scherzel feeling as unbeatable as he was last night and in the first period of this one?
Oh, absolutely, especially if you're a goalie. When you start getting pucks fired at you from left and right constantly, it's not surprising that early in the first period he didn't let up any goals. He didn't see a lot of shots last night. ASU came out firing. He was ready for them, but if you just keep attacking and keep attacking, eventually you're going to get one past him.
Persistence has paid off for the Sun Devils in this one. Seen a good variety in ASU's goal scoring tonight. The ricochet rebound goal picked up by Kota Ingbar after he just fired shot after shot off of Scherzel's leg blocker. Nice, not quite a line goal as Kenzie with the assist instead of Morgan on that last one, but still almost a line goal. Good puck movement on that one. A little bit of everything from the Sun Devils. Of course, the breakaway by Johnny Randall as well.
It's nice to see. You can't rely on the same kind of scoring every game. You got to mix it up. That's the only way you're ever gonna win any games.
Puck is loose behind the net. Couple players battling for this one. Owoski able to keep it in. Didn't get all of his stick on that one, and said it might be a breakaway chance here for Lindquist. Lindquist has a man on his left, but it's poked away. Devin Holmes does get there, though. Back to Lindquist. Battle. And Holmes trying to get it out to the slot. Can't do anything as Owoski blocks the pass. Tries to send it back for Lindquist, but finds its way eventually back to Holmes' stick. Shot on. Nope. Blocked away before Gibbons' shot could reach Kyle Dietrich. And the Sun Devils will send this one back. Icing is waved off by the officials. Puck is poked away, but skating forward still is Ian Beckstrom. Beckstrom into the attacking zone with speed. Beckstrom behind the net looking to make something happen. Poked at by Johnny Randall, Sun Devil goal scorer, as Ryan Moore eventually able to get this puck clear. Fedado wanted to play that. He had to get on side again first, so instead the Sun Devils will dump it in. Look to get things going in their attacking zone. Wood, no one in front of him, fires backhanded, saved into the glove of Bryce Scherzel.
Gotta wonder if Wood maybe had been turned around on that, would he have gotten a better shot? But still a good opportunity, firing it right at the Utah State goalie. ASU on the defensive side, they're very, very solid on their rotations here in the third period. When a Utah State player gets around a defender, there's another ASU defender right there to try to stop him from getting to the goal, something we didn't see a lot of last night.
Yeah, solid adjustments made off the ASU bench. This defensive unit, they love to attack. Their defensemen love to score. We're seeing the ASU defensemen playing, well, great defense as well.
And you wonder how much of that is psychological. You know, they came out kind of flat last night. We expected them to be a little bit more aggressive, and they weren't. So I just wonder if maybe getting those 2 goals, especially in the way that they scored, kind of put it into their head that, hey, you know, we are really, really good, and we can beat this team. We just got to go out and execute now. You know, as John Madden once famously said, 90% of the game is half mental. So it looks like they've been able to fix that aspect of the game.
We're pulling off Madden quotes in the booth. I'm certainly a fan of that. It was Jacob Wiseman currently working with the puck for the Sun Devils in their attacking zone. He has it poked away now. It'll be a race to the puck. Cooper Lim, crazy speed, catches up with Dan Kenzie, but Kenzie able to control this one. He'll send it in. Sun Devils changing lines. The defensive pairing staying out there, though, to handle. Well, 2-on-4 rush. Puck gets high into the air, but Havriliak's there to corral it before Hepburn can put his stick on it.
That situation right there with Lim facing against 2 defenders, it seems kind of easy to say that ASU is going to win the battle to the puck, but we saw a few times last night when even when ASU had 2 guys in line with the puck, a Utah State player would just fly in between them and get to the puck first. So very nice to see out of ASU's players.
Good pressure along the boards coming from the Sun Devils. They're not making it easy for Utah State to clear the puck, as Cotnoir is the guy that time to get in the way. Eventually, Utah State able to just poke this one out of their zone, but it's easily corralled by James Owasku and sent back in by Tim Konzer. Scherzel back behind the net to control that one, as Utah State looks to clear it. Can't get it past the stick of James Owasku. Shot goes wide. Recovered by the Sun Devils. They wrap it back around along the boards. Kept in once again by Owasku. He finds Havriliak. Havriliak working. Shot on, no, just wide, as he couldn't find the rebound. Couldn't find a deflection from Jason Kuda either. Kuda working with it, loses control of the puck. It's loose in front and smothered by Bryce Scherzel.
Scherzel's got to be sitting there wondering, where did this come from? All of a sudden he's facing just a barrage of shots in all kinds of varieties. I mean, you're seeing ASU, they're not even setting up for their shots. They're just kind of getting a stick on the puck and firing away. It's kind of interesting to see, but when you're facing a goalie as good as Scherzel is, that's what you got to do.
Butler wins the faceoff for the Sun Devils. In front right now, Morgan has it poked away. Utah State looks to try and create a transition chance. We have a lot of speed coming out from Chris Videto. He does get to that puck first, but Brady Morgan pokes it away. Sends it over. Irwin's the first one to get there for Utah State. ASU looks to clear along the boards, but they've had a hard time with that all weekend. Butler eventually controls it in the defensive zone for the Devils. Morgan moving forward with the puck. Gets it forward to Jason Kuda. Kuda puts a deke on his man. Kuda moving forward into the attacking zone. Looks to get it to the slot for Morgan. Can't do it. Taken back by Butler. Butler, double move. Finds Morgan at the side. Morgan back out to Kenzie at the point. Fires. Saved off the stick hand of Bryce Scherzel.
The officials are doing a good job of letting these guys play. I mean, Owasku got hit and his helmet, his face mask actually came loose. He had to come off because his face mask got undone. And then a couple of instances down here look like they might have been able to call a trip or maybe a check from behind, but they are letting these guys play. And it's actually very nice to see.
Offensive zone faceoff for the Sun Devils. Faceoff is controlled by Johnny Randall as he tries to send it back for Jordan LeClaire. Can't do it. ASU is able to keep this one in. Good stick work by Dan Kenzie. No, it finds its way back out. Pressure coming in from Scotty Farr. Utah State able to clear it once again, but this time sent back in by Wiseman. Wiseman ends up with a shot on as Utah State begins to compose themselves for an attack. Good pressure coming out of these Sun Devil forwards, though, and Utah State just unable to get the puck clear. Out to the line, it's Wiseman. Wiseman shoots, shot goes wide. ASU looking to change right now as Johnny Randall intercepts the pass in the neutral zone. Randall takes a big hit, hand goes up. Dietrich comes out, and I think that was offsides that caused the whistle to be blown, but it will be a penalty against the Utah State Aggies.
Not a good penalty there for Utah State, especially with the way ASU is playing right now. Hate to make another basketball reference, but ASU seems to be playing the old 40 minutes of hell they implemented in Missouri in college basketball. They're just not letting Utah State get the puck out of their zone, and now you give up an odd man situation. This could be a big opportunity for ASU. They might be able to put the game away if they can get a goal on this power play, but they've struggled so far in this series with the power play.
Looks like Julian Herrera is the one to head to the penalty box as Cooper Lim of Utah State getting an explanation from the officials on what the call is.
I mean, that's really just a safety issue. We hear about all these hits in football to the head and things like that. It's the same thing applies to hockey, and he got hit in the head, so it's not surprising that the officials are going to call a penalty, even if it was just incidental contact.
Two minutes for interference for Herrera as the net comes off. Once again, the ASU bench getting frustrated with the state of these nets. Here's some yelling from the coaching staff. You know, Bryce Scherzel did get a penalty called against him last night for knocking the net off himself. I think the coaches want another one assessed. They're kind of coincidental, though, as ASU looks to control an offensive zone faceoff, but instead the puck is cleared. Dan Kenzie tracks it down in the neutral zone. Kenzie sends it forward for Havriliak, and now it'll be Ingvar working with it into the attacking zone, but I guess Ingvar's body crossed it before the puck did, as Riley Orr is down for Utah State.
Didn't see much on that play to cause Orr to be down on the ground like that. I don't know if maybe he just got hit in the mouth or something like that, but didn't see a lot. Didn't see a big hit like we saw in the second period.
Yeah, Orr feeling at his mouth. The Utah State bench is frustrated. So, you know, Jacob Weissman is, of course, coming over to try and jaw.
And did they call another penalty on Utah State? They got another man in the penalty box right now. It looked like it was Lim that went in there.
Yeah, two men in the penalty box for Utah State as Havriliak trying to communicate with the officials. You know, I call him Captain Communicator because that man knows his way around a conversation with a referee or two. ASU finding their way to the penalty box pretty often this year, and Havriliak's always the man to break it down for the Sun Devils. We'll wait for the official call. We are still playing 5-on-4 here at Oceanside Ice Arena. Minute 30 is all that's on the scoreboard. 10-minute misconduct for Cooper Lim. So Cooper Lim will be out basically for the rest of the game. He'll come back just before the buzzer rings the end of this third period, as now could be a breakaway chance for Holmes. Holmes being worked to the side, tries to find a man in the slot, is unable to, and that's a costly issue, costly penalty for Utah State. Cooper Lim, he scored a goal tonight. He's been the most dangerous player all weekend, and now he's sitting out until there's about 30 seconds left in this game.
Talked earlier about ASU keeping their composure in this game, and it looks like Cooper Lim maybe lost his composure. It looked like they didn't announce it over the loudspeaker, but the official looked like he called it for unsportsmanlike conduct. You wonder if maybe Cooper Lim said something, you know, derogatory towards the official, which you can't do, and that's a big mistake for Utah State.
Absolutely. 35 seconds left on the power play for the Sun Devils. James Olascu, the senior, the assistant captain, will settle things down for this power play attack. ASU will bring it back up, trying to get something going. Puck goes all the way back. Kuda looking the pressure. Good play by Scherzel to get it out, and it is cleared. Olascu corrals it once again. 20 seconds on the power play clock as Johnny Randall will send it in. Played nicely off the stick by Scherzel, and it's cleared away. That should just about do it for the ASU power play. Dietrich looks to push the puck, get it out there, but instead it's intercepted by Chris Fideto. Fideto finds his way just into James Olascu's stick. Puck will wrap around helplessly, and we're back to even strength. Olascu again killing some time. The clock is ASU's friends right now. Under 9 minutes left here in the third. Sun Devils up by 1. Big hit on Kuda near the Sun Devil bench. Puck advances to Butler, but it will roll harmlessly to Bryce Scherzel. .8:34 the time, 3-2 the score. The Sun Devils have taken the lead in this one on the strength of a Jason Kuda deflection goal. Ryan Moore with the offensive zone faceoff for the Sun Devils. He can't control it. Brad Swampy controls the puck for Utah State. They look to clear it. Kept in by Parker Foltz. Foltz currently battling with Sam Winquist for this puck. Sent back in by Olascu.
Gonna be a high stick. Oh, they wave off the high stick right there.
Conzer sends it back in for the Sun Devils. They're really playing this possession game right now. As we'll see once again, all three ASU forwards forward to try and put some pressure on Utah State before they can clear the puck. ASU looking to change right now, and the new line comes out. It's Justin Havriliak's line. Havriliak could have advanced that puck, but Jamie Cotnoir would have been offsides. Utah State finally able to advance across center ice. Skating forward with it is Sam Lindquist. Lindquist working well, tries to send it to Goings, but instead he finds Justin Avriliak. Avriliak hitting to the boards by Goings, but not before he can advance to Cotton Noir. Ingbar finds the puck and starts skating forward, but he is dispossessed as the puck is loose in neutral ice. A little bit of a back and forth, bit of a hockey game going on right now between Utah State and ASU.
Very good defense, though, by ASU. If they can keep doing what they're doing, they're going to have a very good chance of winning this game. They're putting a lot of pressure on the puck, not letting Utah State get very many opportunities to even take shots. Very, very intense defense here by ASU. Let's see if they can keep it up for the rest of this game.
And ASU was able to change there as Wiseman sends this puck back in. ASU just trying to keep fresh players out on the ice. So Utah State looks to advance the puck out into the neutral zone. Cross center ice is Chase. He dumps it in. Videto and Chase in pursuit. And Jacob Wiseman will be the first one there. He tries to wrap it back to Scotty Farr. Puck battle, far boards, controlled by Utah State. Shot on, no. Shot goes wide from Aaron Ward. And this puck will come all the way back out to the neutral zone. Good pressure coming in by ASU, and it looks like eventually Scotty Farr is going to carry this one into the attacking zone. Scotty Farr battling at the far boards. Puck taken away by Aaron Ward, but poked back away by Jordan LeClaire. The two number 10s going to battle on that one. Moving forward with the puck now is Utah State. Derek Shoup sends it forward, and it's eventually dumped in by Chris Videto. Puck battle, and it's eventually won by the Sun Devils. Jacob Wiseman came away with that one. Pass it forward to his defensive partner, Dan Kenzie. Kenzie takes a big hit into the boards, and Kenzie is down.
That's going to be a penalty right there on Utah State. A huge hit right here at the bench, and Kenzie is still down.
Dan Kenzie, definitely a tough guy out there, a defenseman. He went down hard and just straight to the box. No discussion, no waiting around, as now James Owascu, Riley Orr, Stuart Hepburn over there to hear the decision from the officials. Just a big hit right in front of the bench and right in front of an official.
Exactly, and in front of the bench you don't have any glass there, so he actually went all the way down. His head snapped, and that might have been more painful than just the actual hit. So very, very, very fortunate that he's able to get up and skate off the ice under his own power, and he's standing up on the bench right now talking to the trainer.
And it looks like Sean Gibbons has skated off from the penalty box. That is a game misconduct. 5 minutes on the clock. I'm guessing it's boarding with a hit to the head is going to be my assumption for this one. We'll wait for the PA announcer. And, talking to the ASU coaches, talking to anyone before this series, Sean Gibbons, a guy everyone had their eyes on. Gibbons, a little bit of an instigator, Every team has one, that kind of enforcer out there, the guy who's going to try to go maybe a little bit too far. Gibbons seemed to do it there. Maybe a retaliatory hit against Dan Kenzie. Kenzie laid out what appeared to be an illegal hit in the second period. Jacob Brown ended up serving the game misconduct for it, as, again, the officials decided could have been Brown or Kenzie. And Sean Gibbons doing an enforcer's job and enforcing, but still, I don't like to see anyone take a hit to the back of the head the way Dan Kenzie did. 5-minute major and a game misconduct for head contact as we have a breakaway. Riley Orr gets it poked away. Heads up play by the senior Jimmy Owascu. As we were listening to the public address announcer, again, 5-minute major and a game misconduct for Sean Gibbons, who came off the ice smiling. ASU attacking on the power play right now. Owascu fires, shot on, puck loose in front, no one in the net. Puck is still loose. Shot on and just off the post. The goalie's still on the ground. Shot on. No goal as the shot goes wide. Here's another shot. Saved and another shot. Scored. Finally, Jason Kuda puts the Sun Devils up 4-2. Kuda's second goal of the game. There's the ASU power play we've been expecting all night. Shot after shot on the net. Bryce Scherzel went down and he was never able to get back up after a ricochet of shots. And that 5-minute game misconduct, that is costing Utah State. They might be out of this one. 4-2 to score. Jason Kuda, the goal scorer.
That was a very intense sequence right there. Not only was Scherzel down, but there was about 3 Utah State players around there. Kind of surprised it took ASU that many shots to get the puck in the net, but eventually they were able to. And going back to that penalty on Gibbons, that I'm all for enforcing in hockey, but at the same time, you got to be smart about your enforcing. Right now, if you're Utah State, you're missing your best player who's serving a 10-minute misconduct for unsportsmanlike conduct. Now you're missing your enforcer for the rest of this game because of a 5-minute misconduct. I mean, you got to be smart if you're going to do something like that. And unfortunately, he wasn't. And he was smiling when he came off the ice. I'm sure he's not smiling right now.
Absolutely. 2-goal lead. You know, it's a dangerous lead in hockey, as the scoreboard here at Oceanside has actually not adjusted to 4-2. It's a good heads up by Joey Hardy, not adjusting ours quite yet either, waiting for the official score. They are playing Electric Avenue here at Oceanside, which is the official goal song of ASU Division II Elite Hockey. But, you know, that doesn't make the official scorers table. Hepburn and Havriliak, the two captains over there, talking with the head official. I guess getting the ruling, combination of a few things.
Looks like Utah State might have a complaint, maybe saying that the net was dislodged or something like that.
And it looks like we're going to play, yep, it will be 4-2. And
we're going to have a, they didn't have enough guys out on the ice for Utah State, but
so we're hearing an explanation from the officials to both benches, as there is currently no one in the Utah State penalty box. I think is part of the dismay from both teams. Cooper Lim left the box. I'm not sure. Lim might have actually received a game misconduct while sitting in the box.
Possibly.
I can hear my ears. I know I can't quite trust them here at Oceanside. Packed arena. Anyone could have said something. I thought I saw Lim yell, "You're a disgrace." And we will now see someone sent to the box. It is Everett Valton for Utah State. It is still 5-on-4 with the 5-minute major. The power play goal is given to Jason Kuda. Kuda's second of the game. Assisted by Butler and Morgan. So that's a line goal for Brady's bunch. Trying to get that going. We'll see. Kuda from Butler and Morgan. 4-2 is the score. If only the public address announcer would explain what's going on. Cooper Lim received a game misconduct.
And they were both ejected. I thought I saw the head official come over to the ASU bench and say, and it sounded like he said they both got EJs. Looks like they were both ejected from the game.
Cooper Lim and Riley Orr joining Sean Gibbons in the locker room right now. All three ejected. Not sure what Lim and Orr got ejected for. Got that game misconduct. That is the two leading point scorers for Utah State. And that's just a void that's going to be tough to fill. They're also playing a man down for the next 3 minutes. ASU up 2, 4 to play.
Well, it looked like Utah State was trying to complain, maybe saying that Scherzel got knocked down on that goal. That goal shouldn't have counted, and it looks like their complaints just went a little bit too far. But now they're missing 2 of their best players and 3 players overall. You're not going to win against ASU no matter what they're going through if you're missing those guys.
Shot is saved and smothered by Scherzel. And boy, what a momentum swing. A few big impact goals coming off of the stick of Jason Kuda. A pair of them, that is. Goal to make it 3-2, goal to make it 4-2. And 3 game misconducts assessed to Utah State. 1 assessed to Arizona State. This is certainly a rivalry match now.
We talked about going into the break about the mindset of ASU, and it looks like they turned out to be just fine. But Utah State, the second that ASU started to fight back here in this game, coming back and tying the game at 2-2, it's kind of all been downhill from there. But now we got a penalty on ASU.
And Brady Morgan heading to the penalty box. He'll be serving 2 minutes here. It's the rare minor penalty in this game. We're used to the game misconducts, the 5-minute majors. 2 minutes just in the box for Brady Morgan, and we're skating 4-on-4 here. Under 4 to play in the third period. Kuda with a breakaway chance. Kuda working with the puck, finds its way back to Randall. Randall's shot gets deflected. 2 minutes for slashing is the call against Morgan. By the time Morgan comes out of the box, if no one scores, Utah State will still be on their 5-minute roughing penalty. Kudo looks to send this puck back in. He'll carry it over the blue line. Kudo finds Randall, far side. Randall advancing the puck, wraps it around behind the net as he loses possession. Kudo looking to poke this puck out. And we have a puck battle going on at the near boards. Utah State finally able to clear this puck. Skating forward with it right now is Hepburn. Hepburn working, falls down, and a hand goes up. Arizona State's going to touch this one up. No, Arizona State's going to leave it there. Heady play by Jacob Wiseman, not touching the puck up, waiting for the officials to call the stoppage. And it looks like another slashing call will be the ruling.
Pretty tough penalty there. Not entirely sure if it was a slash. That's what the official said. It kind of looked like maybe the Utah State player got a little ahead of himself and just lost his footing. We've seen that happen a couple of times with the ASU players, but you know, that's what the official saw was a slash, so that's what got called. And now we're going to have a timeout here.
Yeah, timeout called by Utah State. These pair of minor penalties, this could be a big momentum shift for Utah State. They thought they were going to be playing down for most of this third period with the 5-minute major. 2 minutes for tripping is the call against Owasku. But you know, now with James Owasku, Brady Morgan in the penalty box, it's actually going to be a man up for Utah State. They have a chance to try and get on the board quickly, make this back to a 1-goal game.
It's going to be interesting to see how ASU decides to come out and defend this penalty. You know, we saw earlier in the game on some power play opportunities for Utah State, ASU would come out and be very, very aggressive going after the man with the puck and kind of leaving the zone a little bit open with their pressure defense. And the timeout ends from the Utah State bench. Here's some parting words of wisdom given out from the ASU bench. Dietrich heads back to net. And we will have 4-on-3 hockey. Havriliak, Kenzie, and Wiseman, the 3 skaters chosen for the Sun Devils. It's going to be very important if Havriliak can win this face-off.
Havriliak taking on Shoop in the face-off circle, but Shoop controls it in the offensive zone. Shot is blocked away as Shoop gains possession once again. Puck goes over to Beckstrom. Beckstrom to Ward. Ward staying patient, finds Beckstrom. Shot sent back out by Jacob Wiseman. Got his stick on it and cleared the puck away in one fluid motion. 40 seconds still left on the 4-on-3.
Excellent defense right there by ASU. Doing a good job of trying to get in front of the man with the puck and keeping the guy in the slot out of the face of Kyle Dietrich just in case the puck should get through.
Wiseman able to avoid some contact and clear the puck, but Beckstrom will prevent it from going all the way back into Utah State's zone. Regain possession in the neutral zone as Utah State looks to make a quick change. Beckstrom brings the puck in, being played by Wiseman. 10 seconds left on the 4-on-3, and this one will not get clear. Shoop's able to get there before it crosses the blue line. Works it over to his man, Vedeto. Vedeto back to Shoop. Shoop fires, saved, blocked by Havriliak. Havriliak laid out for that one, and we are back to 4-on-4 hockey. Morgan's out of the box, fires and scores! Brady Morgan, I'm going to say it, Matt, with the pizza goal. Out of the box, he's good to go. Came out of the penalty box right at the edge of the neutral zone. No one was that far back for Utah State. Morgan got a good pass, a good feed, kept his stick on it, and just had a one-on-one with Bryce Scherzel. And Brady Morgan, he finishes his play.
3 things you always got to know when you're a player, no matter what sport you're playing, is time, situation, and personnel on the court, the ice, the field, wherever you're playing at. And Utah State seems like they kind of lost track on what was going on, and Brady Morgan did a good job. Instead of coming out of the penalty box back into the defensive zone, he skated right into the offensive zone and a great outlet pass to Morgan for the goal.
So face-off controlled by the Sun Devils in what is suddenly not quite as tense of a game. 5-2 the score after number 5, Brady Morgan, gave the Sun Devils their 3-goal lead. Morgan assisted by Wiseman and Havriliak. Big-time play from the Sun Devil 4-on-3 unit. So Havriliak and Wiseman with the assist to Morgan. Utah State carries the puck back into their attacking zone. We're back to 4-on-4. Shot saved off the leg blocker and up into the netting off of Kyle Dietrich.
And, this is huge for the Sun Devils. We talked about it going into both breaks. Who needed to step up? We said Haverliak, we said Morgan, we said Butler. One guy we didn't mention was Kuda, but he's been a big player all season. We said those guys need to step up for the Sun Devils to get back in this game, and they've stepped up big time here late in the second period and here all third period, getting the Sun Devils this 5-2 lead.
Butler passes it over to Tim Conzer. Sun Devils looking to run some clock now. They send it all the way down the ice. Icing is the call. Just over a minute left here as Utah State will return to full strength. So 5-on-4 for 18 seconds till James Owascu comes back out of the box.
And you have to give a little bit of credit to some other guys who maybe aren't showing up in the stat line. You look at Scotty Farr. You look at Tim Conser, you look at Dan Kenzie, he's been in the scoring column a little bit tonight, but they've been able to step up and play huge minutes, especially Scotty Farr. He came off the bench with a lot of energy and played great defense in his time on the ice.
10 seconds left on the penalty. Under a minute left in this third period. Going, shoots, saved into the glove of Kyle Dietrich. It's last night's Utah State goal scorer. Can't get on the board tonight. 50 seconds left. Seeing with the clock winding down on Utah State right now. Looks like we're going to have a weekend split for the Sun Devils. A hard-fought one. What's impressed you about the Sun Devils this weekend? And, what do they have to improve on to make sure they don't put up any more goose eggs moving forward?
Well, what's really impressed me is just their way they responded. I mean, we talked all weekend about this controversy with the player being suspended and having to forfeit all these wins, but they got to realize that they're still in it for the postseason, depending on what the ranking committee decides. And it was very impressive to see after last night. Last night was just an aberration. Maybe had some other things on their mind. Kind of disappointed. Sometimes players respond by being excited to get out on the ice. ASU seemed a little bit out of sorts last night, but they were able to come back, and especially in this game, being down 2-1 and then being able to come back and score 4 straight goals. Very impressed with them. One thing they need to work on a little bit is just keeping that mindset, staying aggressive, and working a little bit on their transition game, and that's about it. Other than that, they seem fine.
So that shot goes off Dietrich's chest protector. The clock will expire on what's been a great weekend series for the Sun Devil fans out there. They might have been open for a pair of wins, but an exciting couple of games to watch. The final score in this one, Arizona State 5, Utah State 2. The Sun Devils getting the multifaceted attack going. Pair of goals by Jason Kuda, a couple of assists by Justin Haverliak. Matt, how did the Sun Devils push through what you mentioned? A lot of adversity, made that 5-1 run in this one.
They just got to shut everything down around them and realize that they are one of the best hockey teams in the country, and they just have to go out and play their game. I think they got a little bit sidetracked last night, like I said, and then tonight they came out and they just kind of left it all on the line, realizing this is their last game. They're still alive for the postseason, as we've said, and Utah State is a very good team. So to come back from a 1-0 hard-fought loss last night, we talk about their loss last night as if it was some big blowout, and they only lost 1-0, and they had plenty of opportunities to win. It's just that they weren't able to take advantage of them. But they come out tonight, they play well, they get the 5-2 victory, look very impressive here, latter stages of the second period and then the third period. So I think if the ranking committee is looking at this and seeing how it all played out, it's still up to them, but based on how they played, they have a chance at staying where they at, maybe dropping a few slots based on what happened, but I think they could stay up there.
Definitely we'll have to wait and see what the ranking committee decides to do. Been quite the ride for this ASU D2 Elite squad. The one-loss start to the season, all of those forfeited games, tough loss against Utah State. It's been great to be a part of it every step of the way. This is going to be our final home broadcast of ASU Division II Elite this season. We'll be excited to get back at it next season, and I'm definitely going to be excited to continue following along with this team as they maybe take the road to regionals or maybe straight to nationals. Again, it all depends on that ranking committee. And Matt, if you were on that ranking committee, let's take you out of your beat reporter shoes, your color commentator shoes, your intermission reporter shoes. I know you wear a lot of shoes, Matt. Let's put you in your ranking committee shoes. Do you put ASU D2 Elite in that top 10 of the West?
right now, if the ACHA doesn't come out and specifically tell me something behind closed doors, which we don't know, there may have been a meeting, there may have not, but if they don't come out and specifically say, hold these guys out of the playoffs or anything like that, I keep them in because you look at who was suspended, Kevin Hanlon. He was a big contributor, but he didn't score a lot of points. It's not like, he won some games single-handedly, and if he hadn't been on the ice, they wouldn't have won. This is a very good team. We talked about it earlier. They have a lot of depth at every position. Pretty much the only position where if you remove their starting player, they'd be in trouble would probably be Kyle Dietrich in goal. Other than that, if you take one guy out, next man up. That's sort of the motto on this team. And so when I'm looking at what they've done this season, despite the fact that they had to forfeit, they still went out there and they still won all those games, and they won a lot of those games very impressively. It was a total team effort. Kevin Hanlon wasn't the top goal scorer. He wasn't the top assist man, anything like that. So I keep them up where they're at. I may consider dropping them down just a little bit just as kind of a side punishment, but I still keep them in the top 10 and let them go to the postseason and see what they can do there.
Definitely a team that when given that chance to prove themselves, sometimes they come out, they throw a goose egg like last night, but proving tonight 5-2, physical game, some might even call it a chippy game between these teams. They definitely could prove their worth if they make their way into the regional playoffs. It's tough. It's technically a 5-win, I think, team to get that top 10 in the West ranking. I think everybody knows this D2 Elite squad a little bit better in that.
And what'll be interesting to see is going into the postseason, Utah State, they're already in line to go into the postseason. Like we said earlier, they're 4th in the rankings right now. Probably won't drop after this loss to ASU, so it'll be interesting to see if these two teams face each other again in the postseason and see what happens there.
That would be a fun one. Either of these teams could maybe receive a direct seed to nationals. That'll be going on in Boston at Northeastern University in March. Regionals will be going on at the end of this month. Again, we'll try to keep you up to date. You can follow us at Cronkite Sports on Twitter. We'll be making sure some of those D2 updates come out via Twitter and on CronkiteSports.com. We're going to see what we can do about getting a post-game interview with the captain, Justin Avriliak, on senior night. But I can't make any promises. Limited personnel at the rink, limited personnel and tech in our booth. So if this is the last time I'm signing off, for Anthony Persino, Joey Hardy, the technical director, Matt Harden joining me on color. It's been an absolute pleasure calling ASU D2 hockey for you guys all season. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm Jason Chesler signing off one last time. The final score, Arizona State 5, Utah State 2. You've been watching all season long, I'd hope, Arizona State Division II Elite Hockey on the Walter Cronkite Sports Network. Good night, everyone.